If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button and let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the live. Be sure to help support the channel by hitting the Cash App at $ 2 cents boxing or hitting the heart with the $ and just leaving a special thanks below, letting me know you enjoying the content. Make sure you leave a comment or just type playback game so I know you were here to check out the show. Hi, welcome to the channel. Chay, and this is our 2 cents where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be discussing upcoming fights. Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani. We got David Benavidez versus Zerto Ramirez. We got Takuma Inoue versus Katsuo Ioka. And we got Armando Resendez versus Jaime Mugia. 4 championship fights coming up. 1 for undisputed, 1 unified championship coming up. We are going to discuss those today. I'm going to, do my little monologue, let the ladies pull up before we start talking this boxing talk. Is anybody currently watching the Pro Box card? Oh, dude just got stopped. Anybody watching the Pro Box card? Shout out to everybody. We're gonna let a couple more people pull up in the building. It's fight weekend. Anybody got money on the fight, bets on the fight? What is your card looking like? Let me know and drop it below. What is your bet card looking like? Let's pull it up. Let's check out some odds today. Check out the odds. Who got their bet slips together? What y'all got? Let me know. Let me know. Naoya Inoue, Junto Nakatani. Naoya Inoue is a minus 425. Junto Nakatani is a plus 325. Jose Resendez is a plus 155, and Jaime Munguia is a minus 185. So that's looking like a close fight. Now, David Benavidez versus Gilberto Ramirez. David Benavidez is a minus 700. Gilberto Ramirez is a plus 475. I don't see the other fight on here. They don't got the other one on here. So that's what the fights is looking like. That's what the odds is looking like. If you want me to break into the fight, break down the fight props odds, the knockout odds, decision, draw, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to go deeper into the betting odds while we waiting for the ladies to pull up, and I drop the link and we get started with this boxing talk because it's Friday night. It's ladies' night boxing talk here on 2 Cents Boxing. If you haven't already, punch the like and subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I need at least 10 new subs before I get off today. Because y'all watching the live. You're here. You're just not punching the subscribe button. Now, for whatever reason you're here, you like the content, you don't like the content. That's not the problem. Punch the like button. If you're constantly coming back, if you're constantly watching, punch the subscribe button. This isn't a platform for people to come to all agree with me. So if you don't agree, that's them the people that we want. We for sure want you to punch the subscribe button. We for sure need you to come join the conversation so you can provide a different perspective and give a different look so we can get the conversation balanced back and forth. So punch that subscribe button. Shout out to everybody that's already punched the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Great show. I don't know why I don't be having 100 likes by the time I get off this live. I don't know why I don't be having 100 likes. I definitely be having more than 100 views, so I for sure should have at least 100 likes by the time I get off the live. So punch the like button when y'all see new people popping in the chat. Hey, tell them punch the like button. It's just courtesy. When you come into a live, you punch the like button. It's just like you just don't walk up to nobody's house and turn the doorknob and walk in. Even if you know the door is unlocked, you still gonna knock. You're still gonna knock. Come in, all right. Even if you can't open the door, you just knock. You gonna knock and then you gonna turn the knob and walk in. You ain't just gonna walk in nobody's house. Even if you do have the leisure or the comfortability with them to where you could just walk in their house, you still gonna tap the door, knock a couple times before you just walk in. You just gonna walk up to the door and walk in. I don't know. Maybe in y'all state you can do that, but you get shot like that doing something like that in Texas. I'm telling you that right now. So I don't know. I just feel like boxing is slow right now, man. I don't know why. I mean, we got the big fights coming up this weekend. We got Benavidez. We got all that coming up. Cool. We talk about that. Cool. But it's just, I don't know. It just ain't got that. I don't know what it is, but boxing just seems like it's missing something right now. Am I the only person that feel that way? Kurt heard in the building. He say, "I'm here, all Adderall up. Probably go to sleep before the show over." I thought people say you can't go to sleep when you taking Adderall. I thought they say it keep you up. And I mean, if you can go to sleep on Adderall, that's man, that's what's up. But yeah, I heard some people say they can't sleep on Adderall. It keep you up. But I don't know. I do not know. Shout out Kurt Herb. Starting early with the support tonight. With the $10 in the super chat. And he's just saying nothing, just supporting the channel. Shout out to y'all know we trying to break the record. 30 super chats in one live stream. So let's go. We a team. We got to work together in order to break that record. I think the most I got was 20 last time. 20 was the closest we got to the record, which is 30. So let's see if we can not only if we can beat our old record, but break the current record. 2 goals at one time. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that support the channel. Shout out to the people that hit the special thanks when they listening to the replay because they wasn't able to make it here live. I just want to let you know, definitely appreciate all of y'all. Definitely appreciate all of y'all. He say, I've been on it since 2nd grade. Man, well, I don't know if you can still go to sleep. If you can go to sleep, I guess your body didn't adjust it. Well, let's go. Let's run them like all the way up. All the way up. Run them likes up. I don't know if y'all watching the Pro Box card. I kind of want to share my screen. I don't know if Pro Box going to be tripping if I share my screen. Got a little fight on Pro Box. Okay, he coming through with the jab. All right, I don't know how much of that I can show. I don't know how much of that I can show. What the hell? Hold on. Donnie said they're going to take the whole stream down. Damn, why would they take the whole stream down? It's on YouTube. It ain't like it's on a network. Prosecco on ice tonight? Okay. You drinking some Prosecco? You on your Shakur Stevenson? Okay. Gap 2 Gang said he on his Shakur Stevenson. Wine and hookah during training camp. Shout out to Randall 700 with the $4.99 in the Cash App. And he says support. Shout out to Randall 700 for the support to the channel. Dondrick say he on that tequila. Hold on, let me go grab my Moscato. That's what we doing tonight for ladies' night. That's what we doing tonight. Let me grab my Moscato. Let me call my son. LJ. He say, I'm going to get some hookah so I can be a baddie like Shakur. Okay. Baddies night. Fellas, it's baddies night. Make sure y'all get y'all a bottle of wine. Get y'all hookah. And we're going to talk this boxing talk. We gonna talk this boxing talk. Dondre say he got the tequila. They say the tequila for the ladies too, Dondre. I don't drink. When I did drink, tequila was not something I was drinking. I hated tequila. Terrible experiences drinking tequila. I can't even smell tequila without feeling sick. Three Heads say he got the beer. Look at Gap Two Games. Okay, Gap Two Games say it's bad. He's not. Okay, he said he got the pink, red, or white Moscato. Get the pink Moscato. Get the pink. Let's go with the pink Moscato. Pink Moscato. That's real sexy right there with the pink Moscato. Let's do the pink Moscato. Oh, Dondre say he on the Diddy tequila. I don't know about that, Dondre. I don't know about that, Dondre. Three Heads say he don't know what y'all talking about. He just gonna drink him a nice little beer. Kurt Hurst say wine give you a headache. Wine give you a headache? I mean, I don't think wine ever gave me no headache. You are supposed to sip it though, Kurt. You're not supposed to like guzzle it. Yep, Two Games say not the Diddy juice. Not the Diddy juice. So I'm waiting on the ladies to pull up in here. We could just start talking about some topics. I mean, a big topic of today that we can kind of kick off with was, of course, Terrence T. Bud Crawford and what he was saying to Boots and how the whole situation got started. And this is what Bud responded with. And this is why I have a problem with the way they move. It's very irritating to me. And it gets even more irritating when people act like they don't see what's going on. Okay, Quick say she got some Ciroc passion. Okay, Quick. Okay. Hey, Lee Jackson, if Dondre going to be on the Diddy juice, he could be on the Diddy juice. What's the hell on the Diddy juice? He said, take that. Take that. Yeah, Diddy sold Ciroc. He promoted it. He promoted the Ciroc. So let's see what Bud's response was. I don't know. Put a one in the chat if y'all have seen Bud's response to what's been going on. I'm waiting on the ladies to pull up, and then we're gonna start talking this boxing. But we know how it go down. We got to get the current events, the current topics out the way. So put a one in the chat if you have seen Bud respond to people responding to what he originally put out, responding to what Jerron Boots Ennis said. Let me repeat that one more time. I want everybody to stay with me. Put a one in the chat if you've seen Bud's response to people responding about his response to what Jerron Boots Ennis originally said in an interview when he was asked a question. Quick said she's seen it. Just one person? All right, I'm about to play it for y'all. Three Heads say not to switch the topic. What do you think about Benavidez fighting with the extra weight? We're going to get into that, Three Heads. I'm waiting on the ladies to pull up so we can get the boxing talk started, but I don't think the extra weight is going to affect Benavidez. I think it will be more of an advantage, but it's a lot of weight because it's the biggest jump you can make in boxing in between the weight classes. However, I think he should have been moved up in weight. And recently, what I've noticed with people moving up in weight is that the moving up in weight is not having the same effects as it has had in the past. Like people moving up in weight, like they moving up in weight, they bigger than the person and they moving up the weight to fight. They just as fast. They ain't lose no speed. They ain't lose no conditioning. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to expect from Benavidez with the moving up in weight, because I feel like a lot of things that I've thought and theories I've had in my head about moving up in weight have kind of been being dispelled the last couple of times I've seen fighters move up in weight. So I don't really know what to think anymore, to be honest with you. But let me play. Okay, Gap Tooth Gains say he feel them combos gonna slow down. But guess what, Gap Tooth Gains? Even if the combos slow down, them combos still gonna be a threat at that weight class, because they don't got nobody at that weight class throwing punches and bunches like that and walking you down and with that conditioning like that. So they can slow down. They can slow down, but he should be stronger, more powerful. He said he ain't have to go through no wake up, but we're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna chit chat about it. We gotta let the ladies pull up in the building so we can chat about it. So all right, here we go. Let me play this.
What's up, y'all? Man, I woke up this morning feeling grateful, feeling thankful, feeling blessed. Man, I'm living a dream, baby. Living a dream. I'm out here in Tokyo, Japan, just going on me a morning walk. Nothing is more peaceful. My kids is great. My mom, my grandma, my sisters, nephews, nieces, they great. What more can I ask for? Hey, I done made it, baby. I done made it, baby. And they still want me to come out of retirement and whoop on some people. Hey, what more can I ask for, man? I'm blessed. Life is beautiful right now, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Put a one in the chat if y'all want Bud to come out of retirement. I need participation. When I'm saying put the numbers in the chat, it's because I need the feedback. I need the participation. I don't got everybody up here on the panel. And then when I do got people on the panel, it's the same people. I don't even get the new people in the chat clicking the link, coming up and talking. Well, everybody gonna bite your head off. You see, we be up there chilling, conversating. I mean, it get a little heated every now and then, but that's who really finna be going back and forth. It ain't like you gonna come on a panel. We just gonna attack you. But put a one in the chat if you was like, damn, I wish Bud would come. I can't wait till Bud come back. I can't wait. Because you making this video, oh, life is good. People still wanting me to come out of retirement and fight people. Once again, this is the Shakur Stevenson shit. You come on the internet and you say you will end somebody's career, right? And then when people like, well, come back and fight them and do it, now people asking you to come out of retirement. You're the one that is putting that in people's head, because you're on the internet saying you would end somebody's career, which is a fight that your fans and people have been asking for before you even retired. So when you come on the internet and say, oh, people want me to come out of retirement, and you already knew Canelo was asking for the rematch. You already knew Canelo was asking for the rematch. So of course Turkey gonna hop online and be like, hey, what's up with this fight? What's up with this fight? So I mean, if there is people that want Bud to come out of retirement, cool. But I don't understand who and for what reason would you want Bud to come out of retirement if he's the best fighter in the universe? Who you want to see him fight? Who can beat him? Like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? And he was cool fighting Jao Bataya before he retired. Hold on, y'all. Do I have any wine in the refrigerator? LJ? LJ? Do I have any wine in the refrigerator? We'll put that bottle in there. Put it in the freezer. All right. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm over the Bud arguments. I'm over the Bud debates. Like, I'm over it. Like, can we move on, please? When Bud said he was retiring, I was like, yes, we can move on. No more Bud crying debates, Bud buddies, none of that. Cool. But now, if you feel like you can beat Bud, it's like you're offended. You're offended. It's a cry fest. All this crazy stuff going on. But y'all know what it is. It's Ladies Night, the review show. So let's see what videos I got saved up from the week. Because what I do is I go through my Twitter. I try to save up, tweets and videos to bring to y'all so we could discuss on the review show. First, let's start with the 2 Cents boxing timeline on X. Put a 1 in the chat if you're following put an X. Type an X in the chat if you're following me on X. Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I'm getting a better job of calling it X. I told my friend, she called me, she was like, what you doing? I was like, I'm on X. She was like, what? You on X? I said, yeah, I'm on X. She was like, what the hell are you doing on X? I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, girl, I thought you was talking about something else. I'm like, girl, I'm talking about Twitter. What is wrong with you? She was like, I was finna say, you're tripping. Let's see. People in boxing insisted Saudi had unlimited funds for these vanity projects. Turn out they're broke. PIF on cutting off LIV. Substantial investment required by LIV Golf over a longer term is no longer consistent with the current phase of PIF's investment strategy. This decision has been made in light of PIF's investment priorities and current micro dynamics. So I don't know if you all have heard, which I'm sure you may have heard by now, LIV has no more funding from the Saudis. They have decided to pull all of their investments out of sports, which is, I read that to y'all a while ago. I put the link in there so y'all can go read the board meeting in 8 minutes. And they all said, hey, listen, we pivoting out of sports right now. We got more important things to worry about. So there are a lot of people worried right now and that are wondering, hold on, let me get this Cash App 1 second. We got a Cash App. Let me get this Cash App. All right. Shout out to Ramon Seafood with the $3 in the Cash App. It says for the tip jar. Shout out to Ramon. For the channel. Come on now. Shout out Ramon Seafood. He says 2 Cents put up a super chat goal. I don't even know how to do that yet, Kurt. But the super chat goal is 30. We're trying to break the record. The first record is 20. That's the most we've gotten since we started the contest. But the actual record is 30 plus. So if we get to 30, we break 2 records in one night. So let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, this shit is funny right here.
With this meeting, why are we here? Guys, I have brought you here today to propose my plan. I don't like to lose. This is my plan to prevent all of us from losing. Let's pretend we are brothers. We won't have to fight each other. I made a contract to make sure we all agree to not fight each other.
Each other. Yo, that's a good idea. Let's do it.
But Shakur, we are in the same division. What will we do if we're forced to fight? Listen, I will get all of the belts for us. You tell everyone you don't care
get all of the belts.
That way, no one can force us to fight, brother. But Shakur, what if I outgrow my division and I have to move up to yours? Listen, little Ray Ray, when I move up, you move up. And come train at my gym so that we will never fight. What about us, Shakur? We are both champions at 140. Gary, tell him you want to fight me last. When the time comes, I will move divisions, little bro. Shakur, what about when you move up? I don't want to fight you, bro. Richardson, sign to Zuffa so that we won't fight. Before you sign, call me out so that it is not suspicious. Now sign the contract to be boxing brothers.
Why they want me here so bad? We are not friends.
Man, I'm going after all of y'all. There's no friends in boxing, clowns.
Abdullah, no, please.
I won't let these frauds ruin boxing. I'll go after all of them.
Abdullah, no, please. Why they want me here so bad? Hey, that shit is funny. This shit is classic. I don't know what's wrong with some of y'all, man. SBG, you say you sent the super chat, but it didn't show up, but they took it out. I don't know. They probably gonna put it back because I didn't get no super chat. They probably gonna go away. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find the video I want to show y'all. It's not showing it to me. Okay, here we go. And I want to understand, why does everybody want to fight Conor Benn all of a sudden? Like, what? Like, this is blowing. This is baffling to me. I'm not understanding what's going on.
7, and that seems to be. But you've talked a lot about going to 147, and that seems to be a money division right now, right? Devin Haney is there now. Ryan Garcia is there. Teofimo Lopez is moving up there. When do you plan to move to 147, and who is the big name that you want to fight first to make a statement to the division?
I want to fight Conor Benn. Shouts out Conor Benn.
Ooh,
You a great fighter. You are a great fighter, Conor Benn, and you know you hold. You him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I will stop Conor Benn. Like, guarantee, I will stop him. Easy money. Easy. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to fight Conor Benn. When I move up, I would love to fight Conor Benn or Devin Haney. But, bro, give me Conor Benn. I'm stopping him for sure.
It's unbelievable. Everyone calls out Conor Benn.
You've talked.
You're right, Max. It's unbelievable. Why is everybody calling out Conor Benn? You see Conor Benn struggling against Regis. You see Conor Benn get beat up by a drained Chris Eubank. Everybody's constantly talking about Conor Benn's skill, how he's not good. But yet you got the best fighters that's supposed to be out there: Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, Keyshawn Davis. Now all of a sudden everybody's calling out Conor Benn, and there's like no criticism, no backlash. We over here in America acting like Conor Benn is somebody for real. Why are we acting like Conor Benn is somebody for real? Conor Benn is who? Who is Conor Benn? Like, he is. I don't want to call a fighter trash. I don't want to call a fighter a bum. Y'all never hear me do that. Y'all never hear me calling fighters trash and calling fighters bum. You may hear me say they not that good, right? Conor Benn is trash. He's not good. He's not even not that good. He's not good. Why did they dig up Conor Benn from the UK and bring him to America and parade him around with that thong hairstyle he got? And now all of a sudden everybody's calling out Conor Benn, and people sitting back and acting like it's cool. There's no criticism. Nobody's saying, why are you calling out Conor Benn? They're okay with these fighters trying to get Conor Benn an easy fight. Who is Conor Benn? Matter of fact, he signed with Zuffa. He signed with Zuffa. Like, if anybody can let me know and drop it below, if you're listening to the replay, can you please let me know what I am missing with Conor Benn? It's clear Conor Benn ain't going to be able to make 147 pounds comfortably. He's going to get stopped by the first American fighter he fights at 147 pounds. Stopped. I don't care if it's Devin Haney. He's getting stopped by any American fighter that he fights at 147 pounds. From Ryan Garcia to Devin Haney to Keyshawn Davis to Karen Kukadajian to Dalton Smith. Who else? Teofimo Lopez will probably beat Conor Benn. Teofimo Lopez will probably go to 147 pounds and beat Conor Benn. Like, what are we talking about? It's irritating. Like, I don't know what other word to use. Normally, I don't care who these fighters fight, make the fights, this and that. But I'm having an issue with you bringing Conor Benn out of the UK, bringing him over here to the US after your drug cheating scandal, after the scandalous stuff you just pulled on Eddie Hearn, with your made up $15 million one fight deal, so he can't match the offer, and whatever other kind of scams, flip flop flam thing y'all had going on with Dana White. You come over here, you make Regis fight you at 150 pounds, and it's a good fight. You in a good fight with Regis. He got one leg and one arm. Regis was injured. Regis didn't even want to fight. This is the mindset Regis had going into the fight. He didn't think he was going to win. He didn't want to fight. He was injured. And this person gave you a tough fight. And that was at 150 pounds. You go to 147 pounds, Conor Benn, and you fight any of those people I just named at 147 pounds, you're getting stopped. Stay at Zuffa and let them pick and choose what you got going on and who you want to fight. I think you and Ryan supposed to be fighting next. Oscar came out and said you can't make the fight no more because you at Zuffa. But Eddie Hearn came out and he said that y'all still making the fight. So I'm not going to lie. When Eddie Hearn talking about other people's business, he don't be lying and capping for the most part. When Eddie Hearn come out and he be talking about other people's business, he don't be lying and capping for the most part. That's what I've noticed. I got to tell the truth. So he said that they going to fight. Nobody wants to see Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn fight. Like, I don't even be caring who these fighters fight. And I don't really care if they fight Conor Benn, but I just had to give my 2 cents about the situation. And then you got Keyshawn and y'all really sitting up here, man, Conor Benn a great fight. I want Conor Benn because they literally like, I want to fight this fighter because I know it'll be an easy fight. It's okay for them to say, I want to fight this fighter because I know it'll be an easy fight. I just want y'all to sit with that for a second. But then you know what they come back and say, Dondrick? Well, it's a big money fight. It's a big money fight. Man, we'll see. I'm really sick of Conor Benn. Somebody beat up Conor Benn, please. Somebody beat up Conor Benn so we can stop this with Conor Benn. Because you come over here and you fight Regis, who we all know is done with boxing. Y'all pull Regis out of retirement. They pull Regis out of retirement to fight Conor Benn. That's what they did. And then Regis gave him a tough fight. If Regis wasn't injured, he damn near could have beat Conor Benn. Let's be for real. If Regis wasn't injured, he damn near could have beat Conor Benn. So I don't know where y'all standing at with the Conor Benn situation. To hear Keyshawn Davis calling out Conor Benn, it's just, you got Shakur calling out Conor Benn. And then that's another thing. What is it with the games of Shakur and Keyshawn? And what's up with the Keyshawn, Devin, Shakur? We all fake calling each other out. Like Keyshawn started calling out T.O. to try to fight T.O. And then Shakur went to go fight T.O. And then Shakur started calling out Conor Benn. And now Keyshawn calling out Conor Benn. It's weird what's going on. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Because I feel like it's weird what's going on with this whole we calling out the same fighters. We tag team boxing champions of the world. Somebody need to make an AIA. If you listening, whoever make the AIs, can we get a tag team boxing champions of the world AI, please? Can we get a tag team boxing champions of the world AI? Because it's weird. Speaking of Teofimo Lopez, he was spotted in the UK training. I don't know what's going on with the video. All right, T.O. spotted in the UK training. Shout out to T.O. trying to get back on track and get it together. Let's see what Oscar De La Hoya has to say about the Schofield Tank situation. Now, let me get everybody 2 cents on the situation. How do y'all feel about Kid Austin and the Gervonta Tank Davis fight? Oh, I'm glad I brought that up. I got something else I need to show y'all. Man, I be just collecting so much stuff during the week, and by the time we get to Friday, it be so much. I just got to get more organized, y'all. I be all over the place because I be busy doing 1,000 things. Let's see this video because Auntie Skull, and I think it's, listen, if they want to make the fight, if you the mandatory, if you want your shot, I'm not against it. Like I said, listen, if you're going to fight whoever you're going to fight, I'm not a cynical, bitter, hardcore fan. And I'm not that. However, I do acknowledge that it's different levels. Sometimes fighters might be not ready for fights and things like that. Now, let's think about this for a second because I'm going to be consistent, right? Now, first, I'm going to say it's going to be hard for people to complain about Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Kid Austin because I remember having a whole debate that I won, but it got overturned, that Lamont Roach versus Tank was a better fight than Kid Austin versus Shakur. And people were trying to argue that Kid Austin fight was better than the Tank Lamont Roach fight. I literally had a debate on which fight was better. Shakur Soft Touch Stevenson versus Kid Austin, or Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Reaper Roach. Obviously, I was right because the Kid Austin Shakur Stevenson fight didn't even happen. But the points that I the points that I made was that Kid Austin would have only been fighting his second 12-round fight, fighting Shakur Stevenson. He doesn't really have an extensive amateur background trying to fight Shakur Stevenson. He doesn't have any championship experience. He doesn't have any big fight experience. He just lacks experience all across the board. So I didn't understand why people thought Kid Austin would be a good fight for Shakur Stevenson. Moving forward, he fought Tevin Farmer, which would have been his second 12-round fight, but he knocked Tevin Farmer out in the first round. So he still hasn't really got the 12-fight experience conditioning in him yet. So moving forward, I still have that same sentiment with him fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, even though y'all are saying, oh, it's the mandatory, which if it's the mandatory, it's the mandatory. But for some reason, I don't know. I don't know why Auntie Skull wants to feed his son to Tank Davis. I don't know why he wanted to feed him to Shakur Stevenson. I don't know why he will not let Kid Austin develop. Let him develop as a fighter. You trying to finesse and get the big fight game, like, oh, give us a shot. I've been in the ring. Like, you're trying to feed us like we haven't seen Kid Austin in the ring. Like, we haven't seen Kid Austin sparring. Like, we didn't see the Kid Austin Abdullah Mason sparring. Nobody, it doesn't mean he's a bad fighter. He's just not on the level. And it seems as though you're not giving him the opportunity to develop to that level because you are so hell bent on just getting him into a big fight. And you know, I'm gonna play the clip. Let me see if I can find the clip.
Learn from Floyd, then he turned out to be good. You know, along the journey.
The thing is a good experience for him.
We get a chance to prove it, or
Coach Kenny is laughing at this dude, man.
Yeah, that's a boxer. That's what makes you great. The house paid for. Now go have fun. Whatever happened in boxing. And the thing is, my son, win, lose, or draw, it don't stop his career. It only made sure that he made the bag so his family is secure. So the rest is just the icing on the cake. Our goal is to make sure our young man is straight. He will make millions for this fight. His kids is okay now. The house paid for. Now go have fun. Whatever happened in boxing. So people gonna think what they want. Nobody capping. We're number one. You're supposed to challenge the champ. Win, lose, or draw. You lose, you go back down. You build back up as a boxer. That's what makes you great.
Absolutely.
I mean, right? So, Senior, when you came in, you felt like this would be a tune-up for Tank and a tune-up for Floyd. I feel like, I don't know about that statement. You know what I mean? Why you feel that way?
I didn't say it. He said it. He said tune-up.
Right.
That means a lot.
Yeah, both of them haven't been in the ring in a year. They both the tune-up for both of them. No matter which way it's gonna go, they both been out of the ring over a year.
Damn, it's been a year for Schofield already?
Yeah,
This man said, oh, I get his point. I get you, Auntie Skull. They both been out the ring a long time. But Tank ain't no tune-up for Kid Austin, Auntie Skull. He not no tune-up for Kid Austin. Come on. I get it. I get what he's saying, though. They both been out the ring a long time. And I mean, this is the thing, right? It just seemed like you just getting a pay. You just want a payday, Auntie Skull, because everybody know Kid Austin is not ready for no doggone Gervonta Tank Davis. He's not. And then you want to put him in there, ring rust, long layoff.
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
Payday. That's all you're trying to get is a payday. You're not gonna convince people that it's gonna be a good competitive fight. Kid Austin got tons of hoes and makes a ton of mistakes, bro. He's not on the level. Listen, I'm not tripping. It's the Mando. Get your shot. Anything can happen in boxing. Let's finish hearing what Auntie Skull had to say.
that's June. It's about to be a year, and Tank is a year and a half. They both each other tune up, no matter how it looks. And my son, I've been saying he's the greatest of all time. When do we get a chance to prove it or go after it? This is a huge risk for my son. What happened if my son
You're
wins?
going against the king.
Right. What happened if he win? What happened if God forbid he stopped Tank? How is his life the next day? So with this journey of life, you got one life. Have fun, risk.
Hey y'all, look at Coach Kenny's face. Look at Coach Kenny. Look how he looking at this dude. Look how he looking at Auntie Skull. Kenny funny as hell. Hey, Coach Kenny is sitting here throughout this interview acting like he is really taking this man serious. Coach Kenny is cracking me up.
Fun. Go for it. What's the worst that can happen? You lose. Nobody expected you to win. So, it's a win-win for my son no matter what. Just getting in the ring is a win-win for him.
Just to be in the ring with Tank is a good experience for him,
For real. He will learn from wherever Tank teach him in that ring. He will carry that on throughout his boxing journey. And look at Canelo. What Canelo learned from Floyd, then he turned out to be good.
Canelo was already good before he fought Floyd, Auntie Sko. That's how he got the Floyd fight. Because people actually thought Canelo could beat Floyd, Auntie Sko. He wasn't sitting around dipping, dodging out of fights, turning down fights, long layoffs. He wasn't doing that, Auntie Sko. He was not doing that. That's not what Canelo was doing. Canelo didn't turn out to be good because he fought Floyd. He was already good before he fought Floyd.
On the journey. So it is what it is. I'm excited for it. I hope Oscar and PBC can make it happen. I hope the politics don't continue to go on the way they going.
It's crazy. Gotta get the fans what they want, man.
Yeah.
Get the fans what they want. They want asses in the seats. Get the fans what they want.
Now, Coach, you said I didn't say that about the tune-up situation. When you listen to those, do you feel like that could be a tune-up for Tank?
It's a tune-up, just like Schofield said. It's a tune-up. He said it. I didn't.
So vice versa is
He's so
Tank
messy, dog.
a tune-up for Floyd.
He's so messy. Listen. I don't know how Mill City gets away with this, because I promise y'all, there's no way y'all would let me get away with being this messy. I promise y'all would not. Y'all don't even, people get all in their feelings about the little smart little jokes and shit I be cracking on. Little how I be just throwing little shade and jokes and stuff. People get in their feelings about that. So there's no way y'all let me sit on here and I don't know if it's because Mill City asks a question slow and calm that people don't think is messy. Maybe because he talking to men and they don't realize that is he being messy. I don't know. But Mill, it should be Messy City. It should be called Messy City.
I don't see it, but Floyd see it.
I see it. That's the thing. It all depends on when you're chasing your dreams.
Look at
It all
Kenny.
depends on
He
what y'all
laughed.
think,
Look at Kenny's
what the
face. He
person
trying not
thinks.
to
Everybody
laugh
else
so
not gonna
hard,
believe
dog.
it. It ain't
Kenny
for
trying not to
everybody
laugh so
else to
hard.
believe. It's for you to believe. And this is what my son believed. When he signed the Golden Boy, he asked him. It's on video. He asked Bernard, he said, in 2 years, give me that fight with Tank. And that was 3 years ago. That's the whole reason he signed the Golden Boy. He's chasing his dream. He's seen Tank knock out one of his friends.
First of all, y'all know Auntie Sko made him say that so he could film it. Third of all, if you was trying to get the Tank fight, why would you sign the Golden Boy to try to get a Tank fight, Auntie Sko? When Golden Boy didn't even want to give Ryan Garcia the Tank fight. Like, none of this making sense, Auntie Sko. But I digress.
Burke Boxing Gym when he was young. And the whole gym was going to jump on Tank. And I was like, nah, chill, y'all. Like, Tank went in there, and that's when he sparred Elijah Pierce, too. So, kid friends. So, he grew up always chasing this guy of Tank. I want to get in the ring with him. So, it's something that motivated him.
Pierce is the friend you talking about?
No, he knocked out a guy named Cam. Then Elijah Pierce got in the ring next.
Elijah Pierce supposed to be showing me the whole video. He ain't showed me the video yet.
Nah. Tank was working with Pierce that day. So I already know that's what he was doing because we told him to work with Elijah. Elijah was like 14. So Tank wasn't giving his all in there.
Right.
But that's what motivated. Yeah, that's what motivated Kid throughout the nationals and all the other stuff growing up. I'm going to fight this guy, Tank. I'm going to fight him. But, he kind of admire him. So I'm not going to stop him from getting in the ring chasing his dream. What's the worst thing? You lose, you chased your dream. You got to live it, son. Who else going to get on the stage, that type of stage with a Tank?
That's the
Tank Davis, Come on, man. That's history. And man, if people can't see it, that's on them. For my son, this is his moment. He's just, this is life.
Yeah.
So people could doubt him. He's going in there to prove those people wrong. He's going in there to stop Tank. That's his mind. He's not going in there to lay down. And if he gets stopped, that's part of the journey as a boxer.
It comes with the territory.
The fact that you said, hold on, Auntie Sco. Let me stop you right there. This is your moment, Auntie Sco. This is your moment. Auntie Sco, I can't. I'm gonna say it. I ain't gonna even say it. I had a joke, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But he happier than a person with a bag of things that are inappropriate. If you can figure it out, you can figure it out. But this is your moment, Auntie Sco. You keep thinking you get this fight and make these millions of dollars and y'all finna ride off into the sunset. You keep thinking that, man. Keep thinking that.
Everybody's scared. They scared to lose that you know what I'm saying? But
for real,
it comes with the territory, man. It don't define you as a fighter, you know?
I hope we could erase that. I hope they see an example of kid. People won't be scared to risk their O. Like, what's a O? Like, what you gonna do? Hold that O and be broke at the end of your career? Right. Go make your money, live your dream. Whatever's gonna happen, God is the architect. It's gonna happen.
10 years down the line, ain't nobody gonna remember the shit anyway, you know?
For real.
Coach Kenny just hyping him up. Hold on, y'all. Coach Kenny is just hyping him up, y'all. Oh my goodness. Coach Kenny is like being so petty right now. Look at his face. Look at Coach Kenny's face. He just hyping him up.
Well, did you live your dream? That's all that's gonna matter.
Absolutely right.
Coach Kenny, when you see that, how do you feel like that fight will play out, honestly? Like, Tank and Floyd Schofield, if they were to meet.
I think Mill City get away with being messy because he talks slow and then he squint his eyes and he acts confused as he asks a question. Even if he reading the question out the chat, right? He'll be like, Auntie Sco, they say, why don't you have no bass in your voice? And why was you hitting on that lady in the video? Auntie Sco, like, why was you hitting on the lady in the video? Like, that's what Mill City do. And people just sit there and answer the question. He would never get away with no stuff like that with me. I'd be like, bro, like, I would get real irritated because why are you being messy? I do not like messy.
I'm rocking with my guy,
For sure. But the way you see it, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think if Schofield got experience, he working in the gym. I know he put on a lot of muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Aircraft Terry, please give me examples of me being messy. Go. Give me examples. Give me 2 of them. Give me 2 of them. I'm very straightforward and direct. Nothing messy about me. You know exactly what I'm meaning. You know exactly what I'm asking and why I'm asking. Nothing messy about it at all. Slogan one say them don't be real chat questions. Those his questions. No, aircraft carrier. You're not finna keep getting away with that. You always want to throw rocks and then try to dip out when the confrontation comes. We're not doing that. You're gonna have to stand your ground. You're gonna have to stand your ground. I've been letting you slide with that long enough. No more. No more, aircraft. You're gonna have to stand your ground. I gotta take the trainer wheels off. Calling Bud a juice monster. I've never called Bud no juice monster. You never heard me say that. You just made that up, NHA. Says you got to get him out the chat for tonight if he can't. 2 cents boxing. You notice he be doing that too, huh, Dondrick? I've been letting him slide. He like to talk shit. Then when you be like, what? He be like, oh, my bad, 2 cents. You got it. I don't want no trouble. Nah, man, stand on that. It won't happen again, Queen. I don't want to hear that, aircraft. Cut it out. My husband laughing at you in the background. Why you laughing? I'm so thirsty. Why didn't you put my wine in the refrigerator? Too late now. LJ did it. Anyway, all right, here we go.
But I don't think he felt, Spawn and hit with Higgins, that shit is different. I don't think he felt what he's gonna feel with Tank. Not speaking.
Look how he squinting his eyes. Look at him. Look at Mill City.
He has yet to experience. He might can push through it, but some things you feel in that ring. A lot of these fighters, they watch video clips and they watch his training, but you can't feel it when you're looking at the videos. You can't feel what you're watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the part, he got to be able to push through. A lot of pain comes with boxing. People don't know that. Pain comes with this shit, and I have yet to see anybody put Schofield through pain. Not saying he won't overcome it, but this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Will he overcome it or will he succumb to it,
So basically what Coach Kenny is saying, can Schofield withstand getting his ass whooped if he get in there with Tank? That's what Coach Kenny is saying. He's saying, I ain't never listen. Boxing come with pain. Translation. Tank gonna whoop your son ass. And I've never seen Schofield withstand any pain. Translation. And he ain't finna get his ass kicked. He ain't had his ass kicked before the way he finna get his ass kicked once he get in there with Tank. I'm just translating for y'all. I'm Coach Kenny translator.
And that's the real.
I'm sure you thinking the same, you see some things too, So
for me, it's a dangerous fight.
We gotta cross that bridge when we get to it,
Oh my God. What? Look at Mill City, y'all. They're not saying anything that interesting, Mill City, for your body language to be like that, bro. Like, I'm gonna ease up because I am using his content. Shout out to Mill City. Y'all go sub over there. He get all the exclusive interviews. It's real entertaining. He keep the drama going. He get he asks the questions that the people want to know. Shout out to Mill City.
So for me, it's a dangerous fight.
So you're basically telling me you don't see it going 12 rounds?
Nah.
I
don't think neither one of them wanted to be
both of them explosive, man, but I don't see it going 12 rounds. A lot of people you don't look at who they fought in the past. Styles make fights and shit happen in fights for certain reasons, but that's boxing, that's boxing.
Because of the styles, do you feel like, the boxing, the heads of boxing would want to approve something like this? I know that, Oscar said something yesterday. He said that if it was up to him, I want to know what your answer to that is, Senior, too. What do you think about Oscar saying that if it was up to him, it would be one fight more?
Oscar, my guy.
Hold on, y'all, because y'all know I got the clip. Let me get the Oscar clip. Let's see what Oscar had to say. Yeah, y'all let me know and drop it below. What do y'all think about Tank fight? Y'all haven't said nothing. Like, what y'all think about the fight? Fellas, you can always call in 281-845-2103. Let me get the phone line going. Ladies, where y'all at? We had a fire show last week. I don't know where the ladies at tonight. This is ladies' night, and I feel alright. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Google Voice. All right, fellas, I got the phone lines open if you want to call in. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting too many windows open. Getting overwhelmed. Let me get it straight. Let's pull up the clip, the video. Let's share the new screen.
As a promoter, if Kid Austin wants to go after Tank next, then me as a promoter is what I have to do and get him, right? As a promoter, I still feel that I would give him one more fight and then go after Tank. But if he wants it right away, let's go. Let's go. It wouldn't be the right decision in my eyes. But if the father and the kid want it, then that's what I'll have to push for. If Kid Austin...
Let me tell y'all something. Oscar De La Hoya is so terrible at capping. He's terrible at capping. He blinks a lot. He starts talking slow. He starts doing that thing where he dip his head forward. Like, that's how you know. That's how I've been watching Oscar. What happens is you start to watch so many of these interviews with people, and I'm familiar with body language. You know, I can read body language, but you start to watch it. You can start to tell when they're being genuine, when they're being authentic, and when they capping. And right there, Oscar is capping. You know doggone well Oscar is not finna do because they want it when you know what would be better as the promoter and you've been investing into this fighter. So honestly, I don't think that Oscar would even like he talking about they negotiating because Auntie Sko keeps saying they negotiating. Let's go back to Auntie Sko. Auntie Sko keeps saying they're negotiating. How you know Oscar not finna mess up the negotiations? All right, let's finish the interview.
And sometimes in the house, you're supposed to keep things in house, and you talk to your people in the house. I feel anything that go outside the house is kind of fucked up.
Hannibal say, I thought it was the coke. Well, you know, drugs will kind of alter and make the body language a little harder to read. So maybe the blinking and the leaning forward and the looking antsy and anxious, it could be the coke, Hannibal. You're absolutely right about that. But I think he capping though. I'm not gonna lie. I think he capping.
No, so I heard it myself when I heard it. It's like, damn, that's the fighter. How he supposed to look at you now?
Do he believe in his son? That's
right. That's what. Yeah, that's what Kid gonna look at like, yo, do this guy really believe in me? Damn, he go and tell the world that he's doubting me. Like,
it's the truth, bro. It's not about believing.
At least rock with me and give me a chance. And if I fall short, then you say the bullshit. But at least let me try. So for Kid, you know, he's gonna feel how he feel. But for me, with Oscar's still my guy. Just make the fight happen. Oscar might be shocked. I mean, they counting Kid out before he even got in the ring. They saying that Roach is better than Kid. Like even if Kid didn't win, if Kid make it 12 rounds, his value go up. Even if he don't win, if he could make it 12 rounds with Tank, his value skyrocket.
I'm telling y'all now, Auntie Sko's goal is to get in that fight, look halfway decent for a round or two, get your ass knocked out, and you think your value gonna go up. But this is what people fail to realize about the people that Tank fights and they quote unquote value goes up. They can fight. They're good fighters. They're good competitive fighters. They're skillful fighters. This whole narrative that everybody keep crying about, Tank ain't fought nobody, it doesn't make any sense. That's why they go on and perform and do the things that they're able to do. It's not because they fought Tank and lost that all of a sudden they just blow to superstardom. Like all you got to do is fight. No, you got to be good fighters. The good fighters are able to take the Tank ass whooping and capitalize on it because now they have a little attention. And when they move on and continue to fight and people continue to watch them, people see them and realize these are good fighters. They actually got skills. They're becoming champions. They're moving up in weight classes and becoming champions. They're still being able to rank in the top 10 in their weight classes. It's not simply because you fought Tank. So Auntie Sko, unless you're able to get in the ring with Tank and then continue to perform at a high level after the Tank fight, your dream of becoming a star simply because you fought Tank it's not going to come to fruition like that. You have not been giving Kid Austin the opportunity to develop as a fighter. You just been trying to finesse him into a big fight. So it's not going to work how you think it's going to work. That's all I'm trying to say. And just to give my 2 cents, that's just my opinion. Shout out to Dragon Assassin Official with the $1.99 in the super chat. What currency is that? Shout out Dragon Assassin. What currency is that? See, we international over here, y'all. 2 cents boxing is international. We international. Shout out to Kadir with the $4.99 in the super chat. He says Tuesday show was fire. Caught the playback. Shout out Kadir for that 2 cents after dark. Shout out Kurt Hurd with the $1 in the super chat. Thank you for the support, Kurt. We had 5 super chats. We need 25 more super chats to hit the goal, y'all. 30 is the goal. I know we can do it. We're a great team. We work well together. I know we can hit that. I know we can break the goal of 20, which is the most we've ever gotten since we started this. But the ultimate goal is 30. We get to 30. We break 2 records in one night. Let's go, team. Will T in the building. What up, Will T? Will T, that's you in the avatar, bro? Pounds. Okay. Dragon Assassin coming through, dropping pounds on your girl. They trying to pull the Triple G versus Kell Brook.
Everybody, Tank knocked out dudes and their volume went up. You know what I'm saying? They
For
became
real.
tough. And they
For
become
going 12, it's definitely going to go up. That's why.
Tank is the measuring stick. So for me, my goal is make sure my son make it out of there alive. That's the whole thing. My son haven't been hit by somebody explosive like Tank.
Right.
But that's the fun part of boxing. Like, I want to see my son, a dad's supposed to be like, boy, go ahead, go do it. Not tell his son.
Oh, what happened? No, we only just cut off. So what y'all think about that? That's what Auntie Skull feel about the Tank fight. He's feeling like, hey, it's our shot. It's our big shot. You never know what can happen. As if he's been building up and preparing for this moment. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. But you're going to be coming in there off a long layoff, rusty. Y'all might want to listen to Oscar. It just doesn't seem like a good idea. I might want to listen to Oscar on this one. And then he say if he don't get Tank, he could fight Gary Russell. And I'm like, that's cool. You can fight little Gary. That's even then, I don't think you're gonna beat him, but you know, you might catch he older, he this and that, but I don't think Kid Austin is just that good like that. In my opinion. Let me see what else we need to review. See what else we need to review. Floyd ain't got no money. Mayweather now in trouble with the IRS. Apparently, he had a fight scheduled maybe somewhere in Japan or something like that. And they're not allowing him to update his passport because he owes the IRS $7.5 million or something like that. I'm trying to check and see. Here we go. This one I want to show y'all. So Gervonta Tank Davis put out a message for Auntie Skull and his father. let's take a look at what he had to say. So Javante Tank Davis hit up Auntie Skull in the inbox, and I'm guessing this is real. Are people still here? I don't know what's going on with my stream. Hello? The chat just went blank. I'm on a PC. What highlighted stuff? Okay, the chat just came back. Okay, so I'm not sure how real this is or not, but I think it might be real. Javante Tank Davis hopped in Auntie Skull's DM, and he said, "You gonna get your son head knocked off, you old FG word." And he's a B word. That's what Tank said. Auntie Skull responds back with the smiling face emoji. "We just want to share the ring with you because you are great."
And I kept telling y'all that. I kept telling y'all that. And
You keep telling y'all that man is great. You keep telling y'all that man is great.
Honest. Since we being honest, let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Since we being honest, Kid Austin is not ready for a Javante Tank Davis fight. He has not been building himself or developing himself for that caliber of opponent. I didn't even think he was ready for the Shakur Stevenson fight. See, I'm keeping it consistent. This ain't no flip-flopping. The last fight he had was Tevin Farmer, and that was 1 round. He's only really had 1 12-round fight his entire career. But if that's what they want to do, you want to challenge yourself, you want to, hey, it is what it is. It's boxing. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Tank been unfocused. He been dealing with this and whoop-de-why and this and that. Anything can happen. So I just want to talk about and cover that topic with y'all real quick. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Kid Austin, Javante Tank Davis potential fight. It is what it is. I mean, the Pitbull fight is better than the Kid Austin fight. It's both a tune-up. It's both to see where Tank is at. But wouldn't you agree that taking Pitbull as a tune-up when he's the number 1 competitive fight on your contemporaries list of fighters to fight, that's pretty wild to me. That's pretty wild to me. Baby, can you open this? I don't know what's going on with my hand. Shout out to Big Dog Willie in the super chat with the $2. Schofield Sr. has the military and CIA backing him. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. He say Auntie Skull and Kid Austin is a psyop. They working with the military and the CIA. Kurt Hurd say 2 cents boxing deserves 30 super chats tonight. Let's get it done. Shout out to Kurt Hurd, currently at 8 super chats. I know we can get it done. I know we can at least break the record of 20. That's how close we've gotten. Oh, we got Jupe in the building. Let me drop the link so we can get started. SBG Mello, you say you sent the super chat? SBG Mello with the $5 in the super chat. Just showing love to the channel. Shout out SBG Mello. We got Lee Jackson in the super chat with the $5, just supporting the channel, adding to the goal. Shout out Lee Jackson. All right, where we at? We at 9. Ooh. We had 9 super chats for the night. Okay. So, shout out to Javante Tank Davis and Auntie Skull. I think the pit bull fight will be better. But Auntie Sko say that they're currently in negotiation. Shout out to Juke on the panel.
Hey, Two Cent, what's going on?
What up, Juke? What's going down?
Nothing much. Just listening to you cook. I've been here for a minute. I was listening back a little bit back and forth. Had a few phone calls. And I did see the clip you played with Floyd Schofield and Kenny. That was
and Auntie Sko. Oh my god!
Stop wrong for calling that man Auntie Sko.
I mean, that's the industry standard, though. He said he don't mind. He says it's a term of endearment.
The industry standard too. I can't stand you. Now she messy. She messy.
That's what the industry. Am I lying? They called the man Auntie Sko. He said, "Listen, he don't have a problem." He said he understands that it's a term of endearment.
Oh, he did. He said that.
Yeah, he said that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That I saw the clip, and I think I saw pieces of a clip. I think there's another clip you showed when I first got up here. I think that was. No, that probably was him too. No, I think that was it. Because I got it. I came in on a part when he was saying something about he was comparing himself to Canelo fighting Floyd or something.
Oh yeah, let me get the super chat real quick. Shout out to Slogan One with the $2 in the super chat, just supporting the channel, just adding to the goal. Shout out Slogan One. Go ahead, you.
Absolutely, run my sis, run that money up. Yeah, I was listening to the part. I think when I was in here like a few minutes before he said something about he was like, oh, it's kind of like this is a win-win for my son, and basically like it's the same thing as if Canelo had to fight Floyd, and then when he fought Floyd, he lost, but it was all good. He was comparing it to Floyd, and right. I want to say you were absolutely right. Like that's a terrible comparison because Canelo was like I think he was a division in more than I think he was a champion in more than one division before he fought Floyd. Mm-hmm. And he had just beat Austin Trout, who Trout was a problem back then. Like Trout was giving everybody problems. He had beat Trout. I believe he was a champion in more than one division. If anybody don't recall, the buildup between Floyd and Canelo was called the One because they thought that Canelo was the one to beat him, and it's like who's really the one in boxing? Like Schofield ain't at that level. However, I get what his dad's saying because you're right. Like if you're gonna risk it, it almost feel like you're like okay, you're afraid that with all these different challenges, there's a chance that your son could lose or win. So at this point, you're like, I might as well get the biggest bang for my buck going out.
But it's not a calculated risk though. It's a money grab.
No, absolutely. But I think that this is just listen to him. What I'm thinking, I agree. I think they're like, okay, they've seen, we've seen him have some shaky fights. We saw him look good his last fight, although it's been a long time. He's pulling out of fights. He's pulled out a few fights as well. I think it is kind of calculated. I think it's not complicated. I think it's this. At this point, if you look at that 135, because 135 still got some good fight, a lot of good fighters, and there's a lot of fighters that could potentially beat him, right? If you're going to risk losing, I want you to lose to the cash cow. And because think about it, if you lose to Tank, it's still a win-win. He's right about that. It's a win-win. You lose to Tank, you become a bigger star. No one has lost to Tank and like is suffered for it.
But did you hear me when I was like saying why you become a big star after Tank? It's not because you fought Tank that they're becoming big stars. It's because they fought Tank, and since they fought Tank, people keep their eyes on them and follow them and watch them, and you see they're actually good, skilled fighters. They go on to win championships. They continue to stay ranked in the top 10 within their divisions. It's not just because you fought Tank. So,
what you say?
And I just feel like he hasn't been letting his son develop. He's just been trying to wait to hit that lick. Like you haven't been letting him develop to. Once he get the Tank fight, proceed on and become that name or that star or whatever his fate is gonna be. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. No, you know what? Tuesday, that's a amazing observation. I agree 100%. I think that even though you're 1,000% right, I don't think Floyd Schofield Sr. sees it that way. I think he sees it as if we fight Tank and we lose, it's gonna be okay because we're gonna get the notoriety from fighting Tank, not realizing that you're right. If you really think about it, Tank stardom does help you in the beginning, right? It really does. Like perfect example to what you're saying. Lamont Roach. Lamont was buzzing, sizzling at the Tank, right? I mean, he had the streams going off, interviews everywhere, all this, all that. Fought Pitbull. Who's talking about Lamont Roach? I'm not saying that we still want the fight. We definitely want the rematch. But no one's saying that we're not, that we don't. I know he didn't just get knocked down. I'm sorry, I'm watching pro boxing.
You watching pro boxing? Yeah, I had.
Yeah. I know he just get. Okay. Wasn't that the snitch? Is that the snitch guy? That was a different guy. Wasn't it the guy that was sneaking in? What's his name? The guy from the guy who's fighting right now. Anyway, what's about that later? That's a whole other thing. Anyway, I think that Floyd Schofield thinking that, oh yeah, he's gonna fight and blah blah, and we're gonna be hot as fish grease because we're associated with Tank. And you're right. Initially, yes, you're gonna be hot as fish grease, even if you get beat by Tank. You're still gonna get some buzz, but you still have. But the reason why other guys have maintained that buzz, like you said, they went on to win championships. They went on to do things and prove that they were worthy. Right now, everybody else wants to fight them. If Floyd Schofield gets whooped by Tank and then you get whooped by somebody else and get whooped by somebody else, no one's going to care. You have to develop, and you just not going to absorb everything in one fight from getting beat by Tank. You know, and also they show skills. So I agree 1,000%. But yeah, like kind of like Lamont. Lamont's a really good fighter, right? And you know, and I'm not saying I think he's still like on the radar. But I do think that chipped away at that buzz because there was no tour after the Pitbull fight, right? But everybody else, Rolly continues to climb. Ryan Garcia went on to do some great things, like become a champion. Everybody's been making their mark. His whole resume is flourished. So, yeah, if I was Tank, yeah.
That's why those narratives get so dangerous. The Tank ain't fought nobody, and you just a star because you fought Tank. I don't know if people really start believing that. Like I don't. I thought that was just like, you know, fan talk, hardcore fan talk, but people really kind of start believing that. Like, did Bill Haney really think that him and Devin and Garcia was gonna do Tank numbers? Did he really believe that?
No, I really believe it. I think, and this is just they use this in marketing, advertising, politics. The reason why people repeat things over and over again is because sometimes eventually it's like a hack with your brain. If you repeat something over and over again, that's why songs get catchy, right? If you repeat something over and over again, your brain will start to believe this truth, even if it's a lie. That's what's so dangerous about repetition. That's why they actually do things in repetition. That's why people lie and like they'll force a narrative over and over again to kind of force it into the mainstream consciousness. I really believe that was the downfall. I'm not saying downfall because Haney's still a champion, he's doing great, but I think that's one of the things that hurt him. I think that their own propaganda kind of backfired on him. I think that's why he underestimated Ryan, because everyone was like, Tank doesn't fight anybody. Tank doesn't fight anybody. Everyone's trash. Tank doesn't fight anybody. He only gets wins by knockout. Everyone, like, think about it. If you just keep hearing that, and then you're saying it, and your followers are saying it, and these YouTubers are saying it, and everyone's saying it for years and years and years, you start to believe it, and you start to downplay. Think about it. Everybody downplayed everything, and then every time they fight someone he easily beat, they have problems. Every time, no one easily goes through anybody he's fought, but you told yourself they were trash. You told that, you know, and so now you getting ready to fight Ryan. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm about to do this to him. But it happened twice with him, because remember, the first time was Gamboa. You thought you were gonna, I can knock him out faster than Tank did, and you couldn't even knock him down. And you're realizing, like, it's hard for them to accept something. Is if you've told yourself something and you've kind of, that's been your mantra, it's hard for you to be like, dang, maybe I was wrong. You're better off just lying to yourself. Well, not really lying, but not saying you're better off, but people like the ego won't allow you to accept that, dang, I was wrong for like a good 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So you just keep riding. You keep fighting on that lie, is what they say, right? So I think that's what happened. I think Devin could have prepared better for Ryan. had he not bought into the idea that Ryan was like an itch, like or something, like, which is crazy because you fought him in the amateurs. You should have known that he wasn't going to be easy. I don't understand, right?
I don't either.
And they think his resume is trash and all that, but y'all going.
Ryan got a good resume. What they talking about?
No, but I know, but they've been told that Tank resume is trash.
Tank
and then when
resume.
they fight his opponents, mutually fight the opponents. Look at Pitbull's trash. They hated Lamont Roach. Greg Hackett, Shakur, Carissa, they all said Lamont Roach gonna be a problem. He can fight. They ignored it. I said it. Lamont Roach is a good fighter. And then he got in there with Pitbull, and now people thought he's gonna run through Pitbull. Pitbull might not be like super, flashy, fleet of foot, but he still can fight. That's because you're flat-footed don't mean you don't have footwork or you're fast, right? So at the end of the day, people just gotta really just let boxing play out. And if you can, people just stop going into the narrative so much, they won't be so disappointed.
Shout out to Kurt Herb. $2 in the super chat. He says, facts, Juke. Shout out Kurt. Her with the super chat. Me on number 11 for the night. Shout out Kurt. That's a good point, Juke. That's just be it. That's why people pick fights wrong and all this other stuff. They just don't be honest.
Yeah, and sometimes we all can be wrong. I think we've all gotten a fight wrong, but they really have convinced themselves of a certain thing. I'm not saying that Tank is King Kong and he don't have any flaws. Of course he has flaws. He's human. He's not unbeatable. No one's unbeatable. No one's saying that. It's just that you hype up a certain person and act like they're invincible and they can't lose. And as somebody who's been a boxing fan for a long time, that's gonna get your feelings crushed each and every time.
Let's take a look. I just came across this video with Teofimo Lopez. Let's see what Teo is talking about.
And I feel like, I'm not just saying it because you're here, I feel like you wasn't yourself.
Yeah.
Because when you boxed Josh Taylor, you looked like you was enjoying it. You was fluid. You was flowing. You was sharp. And on that night, I mean, I know Shakur Stevens was really fast, very talented. No disgrace losing to a guy of that sort of talent as well.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find it? Did anything go wrong? What's your take on it?
I think I said it in the post-fight interview. I said there's no excuses. Anything I say will just not be in my favor. So I think that I think the same thing applies. Something's just majority of it didn't work out. None of it really. And then I think that just not having my coach properly focused, laser focused on the fight, I think that also aligned with the result of that night. You know, but kudos to Shakur. He came up to 140. And fought the best guy at that weight, which was myself. And we'll see what he does next.
What do you think it was on the night? Do you think it was tactical? Do you think it was stylistic? Is renowned for his speed. Did anything just stop you in your tracks straight away when you thought this is going to be tricky?
No, I mean there was a lot of illegal things that he was doing, but ref wasn't allowing. I wasn't really calling on any of it. And I have
like what?
I have some history with Harvey Dock, so it's kind of just the game of boxing.
Yeah.
When it gets into it, so things worked the way it did, and I look forward to just moving up to 147 and claiming new divisions and new world titles.
Yeah. Did anything surprise you? I mean, fair play. So you're going to go up at 147 and look for titles there, and it's definitely a weight. I mean, you've filled out just in.
What was Shakur possibly doing that was illegal?
Hey, what? It was kind of low at the end. He said that he did something illegal.
He said he was doing illegal things in the ring, and I'm just wondering what.
Right? Like what? You know what? I ain't gonna try to figure it out. It's Tio. I don't even know. At the end of the day, Tio was just. Didn't his esophagus explode or something during the Kambosos fight?
But you know what I found out, Juke? I believe him. And let me tell you why I believe him.
Okay.
Before that Kambosos fight, he was doing that body shot challenge shit with somebody.
That same thing Ryan used to do?
Yeah, and he got hit by somebody. And I think that's the moment he messed up his esophagus. So at first I thought
Your
T.O. was
esophagus is
BSing,
not your body.
but I think it got, because they say he crushed it or something.
His esophagus? Maybe, okay. I haven't
Like,
taken science class
how
in a
far
long time.
does it go? Because it goes down into your body, right?
Okay, it does. Right, but like, okay, you're right. That's the tubular part. Okay.
So I think whenever he was doing that body shot stuff, I think that affected him. Because at first I thought he was BSing too, but then not too long ago I see the video about like the body shot thing and then the fight, and I was like, oh, that's why T.O. was saying it. It kind of made sense, and I was like, okay.
Oh, like maybe.
Yeah, I could see why he was saying he got fucked. He still got beat by Kambosos though. I mean, it's I'm just saying, but
I mean, I think that fight. I think people forget also the build up to that fight. It was a lot. Like that fight got pushed back so many times. It was so much mess going on. T.O. was going through it with the wife and the family. It kept being moved. He went out the country. It was during COVID happened. It was so much mess. Kambosos was pissed off because he like, I haven't seen my family in I don't know how long. I haven't got a chance to go back. They was moving it to and fro. It was a lot of drama around that fight. T.O. was on a high, thinking he can't. I don't know. Like that was just all. It was a lot going on. Now you got an esophagus problem, child.
yeah, he was doing a lot. I knew T.O. was gonna lose that fight, and because I almost bet on Kambosos. Like this one, I had just started betting.
I know when Bobby, I'm telling you, don't do something, and he your promoter. His chances are, if you do it, it ain't gonna work out well.
And I was like, T.O.'s tripping. I was like, T.O. about to lose this fight because he's not focused. He's not focused. But let's see Stephen Espinoza responding to the lawsuit. Let's see what Stephen Espinoza got.
Well, yeah, look, I can't say too much about it. The lawyers have asked me not to, but obviously Floyd is looking for $340 million, which he, I think, supposedly discovered 10 years later is missing. I think you can tell by my tone what my thoughts are about that. And look, all I can say is I'm confident in the legal process. I'm confident about, what the facts are going to show. And I look forward to this, playing out in court so everybody can see exactly what is true and exactly what, where the money went. Because if you look at the, how my career has played out, I spent my career going back to representing both Mike Tyson and Oscar De La Hoya. I've spent my career making sure that fighters are treated fairly and have gotten compensated fairly. And I've never done anything, but that. And I think at the administration that I ran at Showtime was one that was very fighter friendly, and I stand by that. And I know reputation will continue to.
Well, there you go. Stephen Espinoza responds. I think anybody kind of taking that lawsuit serious just wants to hate on Entertainment and PBC and Showtime because they worked with so many fighters for so long, and fighters haven't gotten paid, never complained, became rich, all this other stuff. And then here come Mayweather a decade later trying to sue you for $340 million from two different fights and trying to blame you for the reason why people think he broke. So,
right. What Logan just said, I'm missing $340 million too. Right, I am too. I feel like I just suddenly realized there's $50 million missing on my bank account. It's crazy. It's like, you're right. I mean, I'm not at this point. I think we need to let it play out. I think the last time I actually looked into the paperwork of the filing, it's been a minute. I haven't really had as much time, but I think Showtime or Paramount had a response, and that response was that, hey, the payment was through the payments go through the promoter, and the promoter was Mayweather Promotions, which is crazy, right?
We got Jab Queen boxing in the building. Jab
Hey,
Queen, I just dropped the link, girl.
Hey, Jab Queen.
I just dropped the link, girl. Tonight is grab your drink night. Tonight is Shakur night, Baddies night.
Don't do him like that.
Get your wine, get your hookah.
I do have a little glass of wine.
It's Shakur night. We got Moscato. Dondrick said he had tequila. Somebody else said they was drinking a beer. Kwee say she was on that Ciroc passion fruit.
Oh,
Gap
that's
Tooth
liquid.
Gang
She
say
said-
he was drinking some pink Moscato. So we on our, this is Shakur night. Everybody grab your wine and your hookah.
I ain't gonna lie. I do have my little red wine right here, little sippy sip. I just poured a glass.
For the glass.
I just did. I really did.
Wine and boxing talk. Y'all know how it go.
Look, it's been a long week. Working. I was trying to like hop on panel. I could not. When we have time, I did not. But yeah, I think. God dang, what were we just talking about? Oh, the lawsuit. I think like if the money went to the promoter and Mayweather Promotions is the promoter, then they have to follow the instructions of what the promoter states, right? Because you're right, the promoter has a lot of responsibility in what goes on. So I don't know. Again, from what I'm hearing, like, from what we initially read, was that it wasn't even for like, I'm missing all this money from these fights. He complained about the Berto fight. He wanted to review the Manny fight. Like, he didn't even say he was missing money from that fight, but the majority of it was just like damages, like, because this got put out, and it's just like, basically pain and suffering in a sense. But the thing that bothered me in the lawsuit, which is just, I can't let it go, is that they were saying how that Al Heyman was only supposed to be paid for 1 year. And I'm like, huh? That's what
He thought he was gonna work for free.
Right. So you mean tell me, but y'all worked together for about 16 years. He's going to get paid for free. I mean, he's supposed to get paid that 1 year, and he was basically pro bono for all the preceding years for that. So, but to me, why I mentioned that, if you're not suing him and suing for pain and suffering, so you're saying they gave Al Heyman money, right? Think about it. You're saying they gave money to Al Heyman directly. And then you just happen to note, by the way, he shouldn't get paid for anything for 15 of the 16 years that he worked with me. Because if you think about it, if the money was going to Al and he was taking a portion out, it's not unfathomable to think that maybe that's his portion if he's getting paid 10%, right? If he's getting 10%, if you made $1 billion and he's getting 10% off of just as your advisor and manager, and then also remember all the other deals you've made, all the other promotional deals, all that, $340 million don't sound far-fetched from that, because the average promoter charges 30%. So that would be about right. So I just thought that was weird that he was like, oh, by the way, he's pro bono for 15 years. That's slavery. You can't just,
that's illegal.
Right. You can't not pay somebody for 15 years. That's crazy.
Shout out Jab Queen Boxing on the panel. What up, Jab?
What's going down? What's the conversation?
Well, I don't know how long you've been listening, but right before we started talking about, we were talking about the Floyd lawsuit, and I brought that up because now he owed IRS like $7.5 million, and they won't let him get a passport because I think he was supposed to have a fight in Japan or something. And I'm not understanding
some foreign country like that.
Why is Floyd scheduling all these fights, but he's not fighting them?
Well, that's a good question. This is definitely going to put a damper on his exhibition, because he was supposed to do 2 exhibitions and then an actual fight with Manny. The exhibition is first, and then the fight with Manny, and then I believe now it's going to be Tyson. I thought it was Tyson first, but then there's some sort of scheduling conflict and something going on with the money, so we don't even know if he's going to fight that fight. But he has to fight Manny Pacquiao, or he's going to owe Netflix a lot of money. So he has to actually fight that fight. These other fights, I don't know. I suspect that Floyd Mayweather is having a cash flow problem. I don't want to call him the B word, not money May, honey. But I suspect he's having some sort of cash flow problem. And I'm pretty sure it stems from, mismanagement of money. He's still spending at the same rate that he was when he was boxing, and he's no longer boxing. So the money's not coming in as fast as it's going out. I mean, who knows? Poor thing.
Yeah. Facts. So what do you think about, because one of the first topics I was cooking on before Drew popped up, Kid Austin and Gervonta Tank Davis, and I don't know if you've seen the Mill City interview.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
didn't see the Mills. I haven't seen that. No, can you play that? I didn't see that. I just saw the text messages online or the DMs or whatever it was.
Let me pull it back up. But what's your 2 cents about that?
Well, I don't know. I gotta see it.
No, about the fight.
Oh,
Kid Austin and Tank fighting.
Oh, please. I mean, a lot of people are high on Kid Austin. I'm not. I mean, I think he's aggressive. I think he has power. But as far as technically sound, I don't think he's anywhere near Tank. I mean, I think, I don't know. I guess they're shooting for the stars, honey, but I don't think so. I don't think he's ready at all. He's passed no real test. You can't really call Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer was a glorified gatekeeper, love him to death, but that is what he was at that stage in his career. I just don't think that he's faced anybody that would even get him ready for a fight with Tank.
Well, Auntie Sko feeling different. Let's see what Auntie Sko got to say. If you just got in, we about to run this back. Mill City. Look at Mill City face, y'all. Messy City. We're gonna call it Messy City.
That's exactly what he is.
Jab, he's so messy, Jab. And I'm like,
oh my God, he's so messy.
How does he get away with it, Jab?
And they flock over there. They flock to him. He is so messy. It's ridiculous.
Only time I ever see him is like I find clips of him, but I've never watched a full interview. But yeah, it does seem like all the drama gets started on his channel and then it like flows.
he's like the Ricky Lake of boxing.
Y'all
ever watch Ricky Lake? And then you know how you be watching Ricky Lake and then you hear that doorbell and Ricky Lake be like, uh-oh.
Yes, yep. I'm so happy that you mentioned. I ain't thought about Ricky Lake in so long, but yes, but the people who was around during that time, Ricky Lake was the shit. I still love the drama.
Yeah. Ricky Lake was the first TV show first talk show I think I ever seen somebody get slapped on. Oh, they slapped each other on
I think so too, because daytime, like Oprah had the whole, very like high class, some dramas on there too. Then you had Ricky Lake, and then I guess Jerry Springer busted like
Ricky Lake opened the door for Jerry Springer.
She absolutely did. She started it, and then he just knocked in the door, waving the 4-4, acting a fool, and he just took it to another level. But yeah, Ricky Lake was drunk.
They don't give Ricky Lake enough credit, man.
They don't. I love watching Ricky Lake at school.
So this is Mill City is the Ricky Lake of boxing. If y'all ain't never watched Ricky Lake, go watch a couple. You'll be having a good show and they'll be telling the story, and then Ricky be like, "Uh-oh, it's a doorbell to ring." She be like, "Uh-oh." She be standing there smiling and shit. The crowd.
Y'all remember Jenny Jones too? Do y'all remember Jenny Jones?
I don't know if I watched Jenny Jones.
I might.
Jenny Jones, yeah, she was messy too. She was a little messy too.
So messy. What was his name? Jerry, not Jerry Springer, but the other Jerry. Anyway, I'm too old. But anyway, yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Jenny Jones was a mess too.
The Ricky Lake of boxing. Here we go.
Was like, what are we doing? Is he going there? Or we're gonna fight here. That's all I'm about. It ain't no beef. It ain't no crazy
it's
stuff.
Not no beef, man. Some people make it a beef, but it ain't no business. It's boxing business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I haven't heard anything as of yet where he's gonna be at 35 or 40. Hopefully in the next couple of days we'll hear something.
Yeah, that's all it's about. But either way, it's gonna be a good
fight.
Oh,
Jenny Jones. Yes, I used to watch Jenny Jones
too.
Man, Tank is coming back, so these guys better be ready. They better be ready.
Look at Auntie Sko. He is happier than a rainbow person with a bag of inappropriate items.
I can't stand you. See, you see how she dresses messy too. So it's so messy.
He's a fraud himself because he don't be having that same energy when he not on when they not in his face. He don't be keeping that same energy. He be talking super spicy about Tank. So you need to knock it off for his phony self.
By the way, is that Barry Hunter? Is that Barry and a Hunter? Barry and a Hunter. Lord, is that Barry Hunter with Breedy? I'm sorry. I'm talking about Sue said. Are you watching Pro?
Oh no. I ain't got it on right now.
Okay, don't worry about it. I think it's Barry Hunter. Well, his guy just lost. Okay, go ahead.
Kurt Hurd said, "What the F does messy mean? Can't be dishes or laundry." Wow, that's crazy. I've never had to explain what messy means. Like you like to stir up trouble. Like you like to ask certain questions to get certain answers that you will know will get certain reactions out of people. Like, how can I explain it?
Messy means making a mess, except for it's not physical mess, it's social mess.
That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
like you know, if I'm messy, I get stuff everywhere and just cause confusion and chaos. Like if you dirty up something with mud. So imagine it's social interactions between human beings, and I just make the interaction and issues they have, and I just spread it all over and complicate it to the point that's going to be chaos. That's what being messy is.
And have people arguing. What you got, Jab? What's your definition?
Oh, I was gonna say, if you want to know what messy is, just watch Bill Haney. That's my definition of messy.
All true.
Well, I think the Jab man won that one.
We have a tweet, with Tank saying,
Here we go.
Get his little ass.
This right here, Kurt.
Messy.
This is the perfect example right here. Didn't I just tell y'all he be doing this earlier? Let me rewind it and turn it up. I gotta watch, and I want y'all to watch how he squint his eyes, act like he having.
Look at his lips, how he point them lips out.
All right, here we go.
But a tweet, with Tank saying he will get his little ass whooped. I have none of those twitches that Tevin has. I'll beat the dog shit out of this.
He's a boxer. He's supposed to say that. Like Kid is saying the same thing. Like Tank is just a man. What that means? Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson. Sonny Liston got knocked out by Ali, who was young. So you never know. Only God is
confidence. The confidence of a fighter. You gotta have confidence, man, or leave this shit alone. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, man.
And the thing is, my son, win, lose, or draw, it don't stop his career. It only made sure that he made the bag so his family is secure. So the rest is just the icing on the cake. Our goal is to make sure our young man is straight. He will make millions for this fight. His kids is okay now. The house paid for. Now go have fun. Whatever happened in boxing. So people could think what they want. Nobody capping. We're number one. You're supposed to challenge the champ. Win, lose, or draw. You lose, you go back down, you build back up as a boxer. That's what makes you great.
Absolutely.
I mean, right? So, Senior, when you came in, you felt like this would be a tune-up for Tank and a tune-up for Floyd. I feel like, I don't know about that statement. You know what I mean? Why you feel that way?
I didn't say it. He said it. He said tune-up.
Right.
That means a lot.
Yeah, both of them haven't been in the ring in a year. They both the tune up for both of them. No matter which way it's gonna go, they both been out of the ring over a year.
Damn, it's been a year for Schofield already?
Yeah, last June. It's about to be a year, and Tank is a year and a half.
What you think about that, Jab? He say they a tune up for each other. Listen, if you haven't already, punch that like button. Punch the like button. If you're new here, punch the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. We're at 11 super chats for the day. The goal is 30. We almost halfway. So let's get to 15. Jab Queen, what do you think about what he said about?
Well, I want to address the first thing that he said. The first thing that he said was a little disingenuous, for me anyway, when he's talking about some, what did he say? The tune-up thing. But before that, he said something else that was just ridiculous.
Buster Douglas beating Tyson and all that.
First of all, why does he sound like? First of all, he sounds like a pimp. You go get the bag for your family and you go back home. All this other kind of nonsense. But I really don't think so. I mean, skill-wise, I just don't see it. If anybody's a tune-up, it's Schofield. Because Tank damn sure ain't no tune-up for nobody. I think that's a very disrespectful statement to make anyway. And I'm not saying that Schofield is not talented, but I just don't see it. I know a lot of people are high on him. I just don't see it yet. I'm yet to see him really get in there and have to distribute some sort of skills instead of just, those aggressive punches that he throws. I'm yet to see any head movement. I'm yet to see any sort of set up for punches and stuff like that. But again, that goes to the level of competition that he's been fighting. I don't think he's ready at all. But if it's his turn, then it's his turn, I guess.
Right. I mean, he the man though.
They both each other tune up, no matter how it looks. And my son, I've been saying he's the greatest of all time. When do we get a chance to prove it or go after it? This is a huge risk for my son. What happened if my son
You're
wins?
going against the king.
Right. What happened if he wins? What happened if God forbid he stopped Tank? How is his life the next day? So with this journey of life, you got one life. Have fun, risk, have fun, go for it. What's the worst that can happen? You lose. Nobody expected you to win. So, it's a win-win for my son, no matter what. Just getting in the ring is a win-win for him.
Just to be in the ring.
Listen, y'all, Auntie Sko can't wait to feed his son the Tank. Do y'all see his face?
I mean, really? This is weird, man. Oh my goodness.
So
he can't
I
wait.
think he, like I said earlier, he does have a point. It's just not as he didn't consider all variables.
It's like I get what you're saying, Auntie Sko, but no.
Yeah, like I get though. But think about it though. It depends on how far you really think your son could go. Like for example, so you got Floyd Schofield. I think he is talented. I think he's a very talented kid. I think he got power. Is there some things he can fine tune? Yes. Do we ever believe that what do we think he can fine tune enough? Like, will he be in 2, 3, 4 fights? Will he be at the level where he can beat Tank? I don't know. I don't see it. We'll see. I don't know. But at this point, let's say he don't think that. Let's say he feels like every single potential fight is a threat that Floyd could lose. Of course, you might as well take your first loss for the biggest amount possible, because even if he doesn't do well afterwards, it will still give him a name recognition because he'll be a former Tank opponent. I think that's what he's looking at. He's looking at Whitley, he's looking at Ryan, he's looking at all these other guys who are now headlining. Think about it. We've had 3 cards headlined by people that Tank stopped or beat. That's what he's thinking. I'm telling you what he's thinking right now. So he feel like I can risk that fighting Muratalla, but I mean, then what?
Man.
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
I love that clip.
Exactly.
I'm not saying now, if you want to put the investment and you think Floyd can get better, then you wait.
Right.
But I think they like, forget it. Time's waste for no man. Boxing splintering. Let's go for the gusto. I think they just want to bank on it. I don't blame them.
That's what it sounds like. But just speaking from just like a boxing quote unquote analyst or whatever point of view, it's like, nah, bro. Because he's not even talking like, he just like, and if we get knocked out, if we lose, like the language is not even confident. It's like, we're just trying to get in there and get the experience and get the money and go about our day.
I think
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jan.
No, I was just gonna say that he has the wrong mentality to me. Like, first of all, like I said, even referring to Gervonta as a tune-up is wild business, especially for him. Like, you've been out of the ring out of your own volition, right? Like you probably need to work more than Gervonta. You know what I'm saying? He's way more experienced, so it's gonna almost be like second nature to him. And you coming back after a year off going against Gervonta.
Go ahead, Jeb.
Oh my God, I'm talking the whole time I was on mute. I said, that's not smart at all. You taking a year off, coming back, your first fight is going to be Tank. That's just not smart to me. I don't see it. Like I said, I don't see the experience level there. I don't think that he's anywhere near ready for a fight with Gervonta.
I mean, they not trying to be ready, Jab. They just trying to get that check.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
Yeah, he willing to feed his son a Tank to get that check, get that couple million. You heard him, get that couple million, take care of your family, kids. I think he just think this gonna be what they've been looking for. I don't know how many.
Well, I think they're banking on that time that Tank has spent out of the ring. But I mean, like I said, he still hasn't even fought anybody remotely close to Gervonta. Like, he should have taken the fight with Lamont Roach. You know what I'm saying? Get in there and test yourself. Against somebody who's been in there against him at least. You know what I'm saying? You going up against the beast of all beasts, bro. And you got your father in your corner and maybe Ronnie. But come on, Calvin and Kenny, y'all. Listen, whatever. Good luck to him. I don't know.
It sounds like,
I
and he
wouldn't do it.
mentioned it. He mentioned Buster Douglas. They're looking for a Buster Douglas moment, like a haymaker moment, because Floyd has power. I think that's what it sounds like. That's because they kept mentioning that. And not that's not impossible, but the whole, and I don't know if he said it yet. I know initially I heard him mention Canelo, and I'm like, don't compare yourself, because Canelo was like.
Canelo was already that guy.
He
Like,
was established. He was established. He was a champion. He had beat champions. It's just not the same thing. But at the end of the day, I get where he's coming from. Like, if you're gonna risk, I feel get every fight's a risk. So it's like, if you're gonna risk it, get as much as humanly possible, as much clout as humanly possible. And there's no way to do that in his division except through Tank. So I get why he's doing it.
all right, let's
But
watch
that's
a
not
couple more.
true. That Abdullah Mason.
Good experience for him. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, you. Go ahead.
No, I was
Chad.
going to say that's not true. That Abdullah Mason fight was there for him. He could have taken that fight. You know what I'm saying?
No,
That to me is a bigger
money-wise.
fight.
Oh yeah, he turned that down. He wanted more. Yeah, he wanted what, $10 million
Yeah.
to fight Abdullah Mason.
Yeah.
No,
or something like
Abdullah
that?
Mason is a fight that I actually think he should take. However,
Yeah.
if he's gonna get paid as much for fighting Abdullah as he will Tank, no.
Maybe he can
That's
fight
what I'm
Abdullah
saying. I
after
don't
he
want to
fight
hear.
Tank.
I don't want to hear
Looking for
guys
money
talk about
and clout.
legacy.
The money and clout, you need Tank. Abdullah is on his way now. But think about it. They see Abdullah is high risk, lower reward. They see Tank as high risk, high reward. It's a win-win. Abdullah is almost as equal risk, but the reward isn't as high. That's what they look. I'm telling you, I already know what the analysis he's doing. He's looking at if you're gonna get stopped, if you're gonna get knocked out, we might as well get paid the most possible we can get paid, and the most clout, and that's Tank.
Let's check out a new AI video that's been released. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all enjoying these AI videos from Real Boxing News. Let's check out what this one is. You seen this one, Jab? Y'all seen this one?
Yeah, I saw this one earlier.
Why are you telling people we're gonna fight? Chill, I ain't trying to fight you, brother. I fooled the media to avoid Rolly, Ryan Croker, and now you want to call me out. How could you do this? Truthfully, since Tank has been out the game, nobody cares about me. I just wanted some attention. We left 135 because it was too hot. We're already ready to go to 40, and now you want to do the same thing at 47? This is Debo division, y'all dig? Take a chill pill, Bill. I don't want to fight anybody. If it was up to me, I would just make everyone my boxing brother to protect my O. I already called out everyone in my division, Rolly, Ryan, and Croker, but I just do that to stay relevant. I don't really want to fight them. That's why I was scared when I saw the media talk about us fighting. Guys, we don't have to do this. All I ever wanted was my son to be like Tank. I taught Dev to fool the media. Please don't fight my son. Let's team up against Tank Davis instead. Dev, please sign it. We can keep pretending we'll fight, but I want you to be my boxing brother. Do it, Dev. I don't want to see you fight Ryan or Raleigh. You'll get knocked the fuck out again. I couldn't sleep on 420. Haunts me. I can't imagine what that fuck Tank would do to you.
Why they be so dramatic though?
Who is making these videos?
Real Boxing News.
They gotta stop. They must be please stop. This is so.
Oh man, that shit's funny. Why Bill had on hand wraps?
You know what? That's a good point. He did. Why did he? So do you just tell? I don't even know how to make an AI video. I think you just tell how. I don't even know how it's made. I don't even understand it. Okay.
I think they probably just put the characters and tell the scene. I don't know where AI has gotten crazy with making this stuff. So
yeah, because I keep, oh my God, I've been trying to find a way to keep AI out of my YouTube feed. It be just craziest stuff I be seeing. I'm like, what? That don't make no. I think I understand it. It has its purpose, but folks going crazy with these dang YouTube, these AI videos. Because yeah, why the hell you're right? Why did he have on hand wraps? But I don't think Devin did. Did Devin have whatever? Don't even rewind it.
I think he had on hand wraps when he pushed them.
That's crazy. But I will say, and I again, fan Shakur, love Shakur. I think he's super talented. The brotherhood stuff is getting on my nerves. I feel like this is not tag team wrestling. And so I understand why people making the videos, but they are going over the top of these videos.
Oh Lord. Let's see. We got Floyd, Money, May. Okay, so let's talk about upcoming fights that we got. I was waiting for the ladies to get on the panel. Want to get y'all 2 cents for these upcoming fights, especially these title fights. We got Nail Inoue versus Junto Nakatani. What's y'all 2 cents? What y'all got on that fight? It's the undisputed fight. In Tokyo, Japan, sold out stadium. 55,000 people will be in attendance to watch this fight. Who do you got winning and why? We can start with you, Jab Queen.
Yeah, I went over this yesterday. I got Monster, and I'm going with Monster for a few reasons, right? Like, I just believe if he stays to the body on Nakatani, he can slow him down later on and possibly get him out of there. I do expect him to hit the canvas because we all know anyway it's chinny, but I do want him to win because I'm looking forward to a future matchup with him and Bam. So that's the reason I'm going to go with anyway, and I just think that he made this be a little bit more durable. That last fight, Nakatani ain't look all that great to me. That last fight that he just had in December, where he had that big old knot upside his head.
Yeah.
So I really don't know, but it depends. You know, we gotta watch. We gotta watch anyways hand wraps, but that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Inoue for that one. And I'm going with the Mexican Monster, baby. I know I saw Oscar earlier say that he thinks that Zerto is going to knock Benavidez out. I don't know, Oscar, if that good or what, but I don't believe so. Now, I do know that this is Zerto's real division. I think, what did Benavidez came in at, 196 on the scale? And then I think Zerto came in at the 200. I do know that this is Zerto's, real division, so he's comfortable fighting at this weight class. I do know that he is durable, but I don't know, man. I just don't see a lot of people beating the Mexican Monster, so it's going to be a barn burner. If it's not by stoppage, it's definitely going to decision. But I don't think Zerto's knocking Benavidez out. That's wild, crazy to me. As far as Jaime Munguia and Resendez has proven to me that he is tough. After I've seen him beat my poor man Caleb Plant down last year, he's I've got a newfound respect for him. He's definitely tough. He definitely does not gas. I'm saying? He seems to pretty much keep the pace and keep the pressure throughout the whole fight. So we'll see how Jaime Munguia does with that. I don't know if this is going to be a slugfest yet, because we do know that, and not no disrespect, but the Mexicans, they rather stand and trade. They don't really use a lot of head movement, a lot of, they kind of just standing there and like upside each other's head. So I don't know, but Resendez, he's definitely showed skills. So I don't know. I may have to go with Resendez for the win to retain that belt.
Okay. Let me get the Mr. Greg in the super chat with the $10. He says, "Good evening, 2 cents, Jab and Jupe. How in the world can Fighting Tank be a tune-up? For who? This is the backward thinking that ruins fighters. I respect getting the payday because that's what this is." Shout out to Mr. Greg. I'm not understanding what's going on with my soundboard right now. It's not allowing me to get to my sound effects. But that's good. Jupe, you don't think Nakatani got a shot? And this is what I wanted to say about the Bam fight. They're saying Inoue only got like 2 fights left. So you believe one of those fights will be Bam?
I hope that's the last fight, because I know they were just talking about that. I think I saw something with Eddie and Bam were talking about it. At the last weigh-in the Bam had or something like that, they were discussing a possible matchup between him and Inoue. So I'm hoping that he is at the end of that. That's a fight that I've really been looking forward to. So I do hope they make that soon. But yeah, the rest of us I still don't know.
Jupe, what you got? What's your 2 cents? Naoya Inoue, Junto Nakatani. Let me get your 2 cents about that and the rest of these fights.
Okay, so I'm perplexed, and again, I'm going to be transparent. I've seen more Inoue than I have of Nakatani. I have seen some Nakatani, but normally I see their whole catalog. I have not, because again, they fight on a different timeline. I watch what I can, but I have seen enough to have a opinion. So I'm perfectly okay with being wrong here. So initially I was leaning towards Nakatani, but then his last fight was like, you know, and not because Inoue isn't amazing. I think Inoue has so many ways to win, but he does sometimes get caught because he loves to mix it up sometimes, and he just doesn't. He's not. He I feel like he doesn't balance being defensive and offensive, and his defensive and offensive switch is not as seamless as some other fighters, right? But he's a great fighter. But then when I last saw Nakatani, I'm like, I can see Inoue teeing off on you. At the same time, I'm wondering, does that have to do with the fact that Nakatani, because he's big, he's long, he's lanky, he was at a lower class, so he's moving up to fight Inoue, right? So I'm like, is this newfound, you know, like the cutting less, how much of a factor is that going to play? Is that going to give you more pop? Is that going to give you more power? Is that going to give you, is that going to make you, help you absorb some of them punches from Inoue? So now I'm kind of like at a 50-50. It's hard for me to gauge, but I got to go with the person I've seen fighting at that division with Inoue. However, I would not be surprised if this fight is very, very hard. I wouldn't be surprised if Inoue got dropped. But I'm going to go with Inoue because that's one person I've already seen in this division fight. And the last time I saw Nakatani, I got to go with the available information I have. But I do see ways Nakatani can like pull this off. But, you know, in a way, but I also think they're going to pull out all the stops because this is like, this is the title to be the man in Japan. And, you know, y'all thought Inoue messed with some gloves. He about to tinker with gloves, boots, everything. You know what I'm saying? If there's a thing to be tinkered, he's tinkering. That's just what I think. When it comes to Takuma Inoue and Ioka.
Hold on, let me get the super chat real quick. Shout out to Kurt Hurd. Back in the super chat. What is going on with my soundboard? Back in the super chat with the $2. He says, I still cheer on 420. Woke the whole house up. Shout out Kurt Hurd. My soundboard tripping, y'all. Can't get my round of applause right now. Go ahead, Juke.
Inoue, Ioka. Again, I've seen them fight not as many times as I would have wanted to. I don't know what my gut keeps telling me Ioka, but I'm gonna go Inoue. Benavidez Ramirez. This is the fight that I'm nervous about it. Like, and everybody telling me like I'm tripping. Why am I nervous? Do I think it's not because I don't trust Benavidez's skills? I absolutely do. Like I'm full-fledged behind him. I have my doubts, full-fledged behind Benavidez. I think he's the more skilled fighter. It's just that 25-pound jump. Everybody keep talking about, oh, this person's a multi-division champion, blah, 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 blah. Y'all talk about that, especially them itty-bitty, teeny-weeny weights. When you're jumping up 3 pounds, when the difference is a ham sandwich. You know, eat a ham sandwich and now you're in a new weight division. No, this is different. Big ass jump. No, for real, because like if you look at traditional boxing, half the weight classes weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it started at like, you know, I think it was featherweight back in the day. Now you got minimum weight, you know, straw weight, junior straw, all that. You didn't have that. This is a big 25-pound jump. That's huge. That's not like, oh, I'm going from 135 to 140. That's not this type of jump. This is a 25-pound jump, meaning like, okay, now you got to see how well you carry the weight, how well, you know, what you punching like, what can, you know, you're not used to getting punched with somebody who's 25 pounds bigger. And then you're also going to rehydrate. This is a whole different ball game. And so I'm looking like, I'm tempering my expectations for Benavidez, not because I don't think he's great, but because you can only be great to a certain point. I love Tank. I think Tank's amazing. You are not going to go up and just fight Boots Ennis and make it easy. It's just not going to happen. Okay, right. Size is a thing. And that would be a bigger gap. So it's probably not the best example. However, that's why you give heavyweight so much credit, because they're not protected by weight. And so my concern is like, okay, we saw Benavidez get more knockouts at 168. He went to 175. He started going the distance more. So now I'm wondering, what are you going to do with big ass Ramirez? Like, are you going to be able to eat his body? Now, I do think he's faster. I think he has better defense. I think he has better offense. I think he's better in pretty much every category, but it's just a matter of like, what can you take the punches from someone as big as Ramirez? And just to let y'all know, remember, Ramirez's trainer is Malik Scott, who's a heavyweight, and he's bigger than his trainer. That's all I want to tell y'all. That's my concern. I got Benavidez, but I'm very nervous just because, and if he just blasts to him, then hey, he didn't impress me more. Armando Resendez versus Munguia. My problem with this is gonna be a really good fight. Armando has a lot of gusto, a lot of energy, but he's not super powerful in my opinion. I think this is like a true 50-50. I don't really know. And I want Armando to win just because I'm tired of Jaime. Jaime had 15 years to make me a fan, and he didn't. So F him. I'm not joking, but like it is what it is with that fight. My bad. I ain't even going with it, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering how concerned should I be about the Zerto with the jump and the weight. A lot of people are saying that Benavidez, and I'm gonna get y'all 2 cents about this. A lot of people are saying Benavidez is gonna be slower, and it's not gonna be them combinations. They're gonna put them punches, not gonna be coming in bunches like that. He's gonna be slower. He's gonna be slowed down. Zerto gonna be able to get to him. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's possible. But I don't know. I'm such a huge fan of Benavidez, and I'm yet to see him. I mean, in the David Morrell fight, he did look like he may have gotten hurt maybe like once or twice, but I don't know. I'm yet to see anybody really pose any type of real threat to Benavidez, so I don't really worry much about him. But like y'all said, this is a jump, you know what I'm saying, in weight classes, but he's constantly trying to challenge himself, so I mean, I'm rocking with him. I don't know. I'm rocking with Benavidez. So if he think he can do it, hell, I think he can do it. He's one of those fighters where it's like you're gonna give him his respect because he's always constantly challenging himself, and that's all you can really ask from these fighters.
Oscar said he was chinny. Did y'all see that?
I've seen Oscar with his hate mask. Oscar need to work. Anyway,
let me see if I can find a way in.
Yeah, like I don't think he's chinny. No, I mean I think this is a problem. I think people overexert the chinny thing. Like there's not that many fighters who are chinny. If you fight enough and you get hit with a shot you don't see, or you get hit by a puncher, you going down is not insane. Like it's just you're not made of iron. You're a human being. Okay, so it can catch you off the punch. You might not see the punch. I don't think Benavidez is chinny. People say Bud chinny. I don't think Bud chinny. I never understood that Bud's chinny. Like what? You get hurt. I'll be honest. Y'all gonna say I'm crazy. I don't even think Devin's chinny. I don't think Devin's chinny. I don't. You have to show that to me. He got put down by a KO, not a one punch knockout artist. That doesn't mean you're chinny. Certain people, you just gotta get hit by. So I just think that, not saying it might prove later, like a chinny is like a Mir Khan, but that took time.
Yeah, he's super chinny.
That was time and time of just getting hit, and your brain can't take it, right? That's what that is. However, I think that like I have all faith in Benavidez. It's just that I'm just realistic about these jumps. And I think this is an opportunity for Benavidez to show like greatness. But if Benavidez gets pushed down, I don't want people like, oh my God, he got put down. This is a huge jump. And could he be slowed down? We have to see. I don't know. Like everyone can't do that jump. Everybody's body isn't made. And again, but Benavidez is a big guy. But seeing how big Zerto is, I'm like, you're gonna chop that tree down. Now Morrell did hurt him, but Morrell hurts most people. I don't think I've ever seen Morrell fight anyone and not hurt him. Morrell has power. Like Morrell, even if he go to decision, Morrell tends to hurt everybody. And Benavidez said that's the hardest puncher he got punched back. So I don't really like charge that against him. Morrell tough as hell. I think Morrell's more powerful than Zerto, but I just think that the power on the shot. So that's why I'm just concerned, because I understand how big of a jump this is, and people be like, "Oh, this guy went from super featherweight to featherweight, and this is this big, huge jump." No, it's not.
I mean, this is what I think too, and I want y'all to let me know what y'all think, because I feel like everything that I've thought about and theories I had about fighters moving up in weight over the years has been dispelled these last few years when I'm seeing smaller fighters moving up and being bigger. They're not looking slower. Their conditioning doesn't look like they're having problems with their conditioning. Like all of these things that I've seen other fighters have issues and challenges with moving up over the last couple years, I haven't seen fighters having those same challenges like that, if I'm honest, when they're moving up throughout the division. So I'm really wondering, like, I always think these things are going to be an issue when these fighters are going up, and then they get up there and it's like they looking comfortable. They ain't even need to get acclimated or nothing. So I'm wondering if that could possibly be the same situation here, because I would have the same concerns. You going up, 20-something pounds? Will you be slower? How is your conditioning going to hold up? How are you going to take your opponent's power? How are you going to look without any acclimation to the weight? But it seems like nobody is asking those questions or is even worried about that. What y'all think about that?
So I'll say this, right? And to answer your question, well, from what I think anyway, from the points that you made about them moving up and them not, looking like it's affecting them at all, I'll say it's because the majority of them were squeezing their asses in weight classes they didn't belong in anyway. So when they move up, they're finally probably closer to or actually in the weight class that they belong. So of course they're going to look stronger. Of course they're going to look healthier, because now they're not having to drain themselves so much to fit into a certain weight class. Like, to me, Devin looks good at 147. He looks like he'd probably be his full, complete self at 154, but he looks way better at 147 than he did at 135. He looked like the walking damn dead at 135. When he had to step on the scales and make weight and stuff like that. So I think that now we're just seeing guys, maybe when they finally make the jump, look at Rolly. He said he's more comfortable now at 147. He feels stronger. He feels at his natural weight. I think it was a matter of them just kind of squeezing themselves in weight classes that they didn't belong in for whatever type of advantage or for just the competition or whatever the case may be. They were doing that. And now some of them aren't.
I agree 1,000%. And I think I'm like overly cautious about fighters I like. Like, I like David. I want him to win. I want him to come through. But I am like just tempering expectations because of the side, because I know what it could be. David's a big guy. But looking at Zurdo, he's a bigger guy. If he was coming up, like if this was David Benavidez versus Bivol, I wouldn't be saying none of this. If this was David Benavidez versus Beterbiev, although he's scary, but no, right? Because it's like David, and to me, David's bigger than both those dudes naturally. It's just that like Zurdo could have been a heavyweight a long time ago, and I think that's why he didn't have the power, because he's one of those people that you mentioned that was scrunching down. And I agree. The reason why reason why we've been seeing guys move up and we see no difference and they look even better is because they should have been at that weight. What did Bomac say about Bud? He could have been 168. Remember, Bill Haney, Devin could have been in 154. I've been saying this for the longest. There's few fighters who fight at their real weight, and then the people who do fight their real weight, we trash them. Like Tank's one of those few fighters. Loma, like one of the few fighters. It's like them. It's like there is very limited guys who are fighting at their true weight, but they don't have to. Like again, if Toussaint was to fight a fifth grader, that she can squeeze down and beat that fifth grader. You don't have to be your full strength to beat a fifth grader. You don't need to be full strength. You don't got to get knocked out. You're still gonna beat them because you're just naturally more mature, bigger, stronger. Period. Right? It doesn't matter. So that's what these guys have been doing, and that's why the whole I'm moving up and down and chasing greatness is a gimmick that's kind of turned stale. Because it's not the same thing. They're not doing what Henry Armstrong did. Henry Armstrong had to be weighed in the same day he fought. And with a 3-time undisputed champion, it's not the same now. That people are, I'm jumping up and fighting a new. Yeah, that's why you keep seeing people jump up, fight in a new division, and they're bigger than everyone in the new division they're in. That's not like, that's what they're only going to be in the record books. Yeah, but there's people in the record books you don't even know about now. I heard someone today say Bud's the first 3-time undisputed champion. Y'all talking about record books. That's literally factually untrue. That lets me know y'all don't care about the record book. right? So at the end of the day, I'm concerned for Benavidez because I'm just worried. Like, okay, I'm just acknowledging the side. This is a jumps you can make in boxing. There's the two biggest jumps you can make in boxing. That's from light heavyweight to cruiser and cruiser to heavy, because it's limitless. If someone comes in 100 pounds heavier than you, you got to fight them. There is no fat crap out. You are not protected by weight. That's all I'm acknowledging. And so I do expect him to come out on top because I think he's a better fighter, but you can be better at everything. If someone's bigger than you, it does make a difference. That's all I'm saying.
Facts plus tax. Look at Benavidez. He looking like he bigger than Zerto though.
Girl, wait till they side by side. It do. It like he bigger until they get side by side. I'm like, ooh, dear.
But Benavidez, he just look like he just don't be having no muscle. Like,
Neither
wow,
one do.
wow, he is way. Oh wow,
You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. He looked big until he gets next to Zerto. How many
it
times?
look like Zerto standing on something.
He's not.
Bump all that y'all talking about, man. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Let's get it.
I agree, Chad. I agree.
We're not running from nobody. We're not doing none of that. Let's go.
Let's go.
I didn't know that. I want.
Let's go.
When Benavidez wins, I want full credit.
Oh, so he unified?
Yeah. So listen, I want full credit because one thing we haven't seen Benavidez do is punch upward, right? Have to punch upward. You got to remember, some people's power only go upward, downward. It's a lot of different mechanics. So I'm happy. I just want people to acknowledge this and give him full credit for what he's doing right now. All these little small jumps between 7 pounds and squeezing. No, this is a real weight jump. This is real. I want credit for him.
I don't know. Zerto looking a little like he a little tired a little bit.
When you get to that weight, you gotta have a little flab. You gotta absorb them punches.
Dondra say they both ain't really have to cut no weight for real. Are we worried how nice David being? I mean, David didn't say he was gonna beat the fuck out of him this fight. You know, every fight, David, I'm gonna beat the fuck out. Like, that's his favorite line. That's his favorite line. I ain't hear that one this fight.
No, he did say that. He said that to Fight Hype earlier today or yesterday or something. He sure did say that.
Oh, he said, I love
He said, I
when
like you,
Benavidez
Zerto.
said it.
He said, I like you, Zerto, but I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
And he said so calm too. He said so calm.
Absolutely. Again, like look at him. Look at him next to Malik.
And listen, Malik Scott's your trainer. What are we rating Malik Scott as a trainer?
I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm sorry, go ahead, Jared.
I feel like he talks very well.
That's all my comments.
He sounds knowledgeable when you listen to him, but it's like who you training, Malik? Who's really getting better with you, Malik?
So I will say this. So far, when it comes to Zerto, I do think he's helped Zerto because Zerto has he's slightly gotten better in certain areas. However, I'm gonna say this. Malik, no, because Zerto was just like sloppier. I don't know if you could watch. I think he helped him get a little bit more technical with the jab and a little bit more like feints and stuff. But do I think Malik's a great trainer? No. And I'm going to tell you why. I think like Malik in the corner to me aggravates my soul. Aggravates my soul.
What did he do, Juke?
He was in that corner with Deontay. Like you have to give clear. You have 1 minute. You need to give clear, concise directions. He up there talking about metaphors and similes. This is not a rap battle. Say what the you need him to do. It was irritating me. He's like, no, because see, you letting him do this and blah, blah. And let me give you an example. It's like a flower. My dude, you got a minute. You got a minute. And there's a heavyweight that's coming at Deontay's head. And he's one of them people who talks because they like to hear themselves talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like he loves to talk and he loves to theorize. I already know I have to follow him. He loves that. But when you're in a fire and a 200-pound man is throwing punches at your head, he doesn't give clear, concise instructions. And so like you're out there by yourself, he has this theory in his brain that he hasn't learned how to compute to his pupil in a clear-cut manner. And listen to, I beg y'all, listen to him in the corner. He be theorizing and giving you hypotheticals and stuff. I'm like, do he need to go to the right, the left, avoid the say something concise? He's not concise, and it irks my soul.
That is wild.
Listen to him in the corner. It drives me nuts. I hate it.
I can't even pay attention. Like I like Malik Scott, but it's like I don't know what it is. It's just something about him that make me just be like, what are you talking about, bro? Like I don't feel like listening to you.
And now a lot of these guys, though, a lot of these trainers, it's like that. These trainers are not like the yesteryear trainers. A lot of these trainers are like, don't give good advice in the corner, just especially some of the fathers, unfortunately. They don't really give good advice in the corner. They have no like real direct for a lot of their, you know what I'm saying, a lot of their fighters. The only ones that really do have like good direction that I've heard consistently is like Robert Garcia, Mosey, you know what I'm saying? Guys like that. But the rest of these fly-by-night guys, it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They don't really give good corner advice. A lot of these guys are front runners, and they don't know how to bring their fighter mentally from behind back into a position of, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Kurt Hurd with the $5 in the super chat. He says, will David finally get his dues if he washes Zerto like Yard? Or will it just be weight bully and ask for more? Shout out to Kurt Hurd. Ladies, I guess that's the question.
It's impossible to accuse him being a weight bully.
Shout out to Rich with the $1.99 in the super chat. He says, at 2 cents and Juke realer than a lot of you buy clowns. Shout out to
So to answer Kurt's question, I don't really hear a lot of people not giving Benavidez credit. Like, is there a lot of people out here not giving Benavidez credit? Because he gets a lot of respect from.
I mean, it's a lot of people hating on Benavidez. Y'all, just to let y'all know, we at number 15. We are halfway to the goal. Shout out to everybody that's already supported the channel. We 15 away from the goal. We 5 away from the 20 goal. So y'all be sure to help support the channel. We almost there, y'all. Yeah, Jupe, it's a lot of people. I've been hearing people saying the fight ain't no interest in the fight. The fight ain't selling. Benavidez not good.
I don't know why people are saying
it's a lot of people been saying a lot of stuff.
That's great right there.
But this is what I want to ask y'all after we get through these questions. I got a question for y'all. Go ahead, Jupe.
I was gonna say, yeah, I agree. Like, he should get a lot of credit for this, but that's not the only reason. But one of the reasons I kept mentioning the size jump is because, like, you gotta give credit due for this one. I feel like David has been doing his thing, and I was skeptical of David, like, you know, in the earlier days, back in like when he first came up, 168. I liked him. Okay, I'm seeing what you're going with it, and I've seen nothing but improvement. I've seen nothing but dog, and he's made a fan of me. But it's not just my fan of him. It's just that anyone who makes that jump, that's a big jump. But not only that, like, we've praised people for these smaller jumps, despite the fact that they're really that size the whole time. And that's why I brought it up, because if we're gonna give credit to anybody, it needs to be David for this. So I just wanted to just reiterate that, like, just look at that size difference, because I'm sorry, I do. Size is a big thing. It's been a big factor in boxing because people have found a loophole to utilize it for advantages in almost every division. And there was a time where David had the size advantage in every division. And now he's like, okay, how about this? And he's going up and he don't have any of the size advantages and he's still willing to compete. So if I call stuff out, I also respect it when you challenge it. So I got to give him full credit.
Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to look up this. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. So, allegedly, Canelo was I was trying to find the video. I couldn't find it. Canelo showed up to the Benavidez fight, said he was there to support Jaime Munguia. I don't know what you all think about that, but a while ago I said, when this whole thing was going on, and I might have said it in the video I made about Benavidez. I'm gonna go back and look and check it so I can pull a record. The only way that Canelo was going to fight Benavidez is if he moved up and Canelo was able to bring him back down to 168 pounds. And so now I'm wondering if that's in Canelo's consciousness to do something like that. He come into the fight. Okay, he say he there to support Jaime Munguia or whatever. Do y'all think that that is something that Canelo will be willing to make now if he's able to pull Benavidez back down 20-something pounds and maybe slap him with a rehydration clause?
No. I just heard Turkey Al-Sheikh the other day when Benavidez asked him, like, you told me you was going to give me Canelo, and he's like, I just can't make him fight you if he doesn't want to fight you. But more importantly, Canelo is not going there to support no goddamn Jaime Munguia. Canelo is going there to scout his next victim. Everybody thinks I'm playing when I say this. Y'all think they not about to find a way to put another belt back in Canelo's hand? Y'all are crazy. He is going there to challenge the winner of Resendez and Jaime Munguia. He ain't going there for no damn support. Canelo,
Man, I know he's not about to try to fight Jaime Munguia again, Jab.
Yes, that's been talked about, Tucson. Yes, he is going there to see who's going to win that fight because they're fighting for that belt. You know that Resendez has that belt, so he's going there to challenge whoever has it. People think I'm playing. They are going to give Canelo a belt back. Are you crazy? Please, they can get that.
Is he about to fight him, Billy? What is he about to fight him, Billy, for? Nothing.
A tune-up, I guess. I don't know. But I know that it's been talked about that he wants the winner of Resendez or Jaime Munguia. Resendez and Munguia. He wants the winner.
I did not think he was trying to fight neither one of them. That didn't even cross my mind. I hadn't even heard that. What you think about that, Juke? Canelo coming back trying to fight a Resendez or a Munguia again?
At this point, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's far-fetched. Because I don't think it's impossible that he would try to bring Benavidez down, only because Benavidez has took the baton and ran with it. So you lost. I think they've been trying to get a rematch with Bud. I don't think Bud's budging unless Turkey can kind of persuade Bud. And I don't think the money that Bud gonna ask for is worth that persuasion. But you already put money and invested in Canelo, so now you need to bring him back to life. Right now, Benavidez is kind of taking that baton. You announced this fight, which I didn't realize it was announced until like Thursday. That was officially that you're fighting in Billy. Nobody cares about that fight, and it's gonna be in Saudi Arabia. So you got to find a way to like make that fight worth it. So yeah, maybe I think if Jaime Munguia wins, I don't see it. If Resendez wins, maybe, but that's still not a big fight. It's not a huge fight.
Let me get these super chat real quick.
Go ahead.
Devin Haney fans crying in the chat. Shout out to Dondrick him. Tell Bivol and Beterbiev move up. Shout out to Dondrick with the $5 in the super chat. Shout out Dondrick now.
Now to me, that's the movie.
Shout out to Boxing Hacker with the $5 in the super chat. Benavidez gets the same credit Dev got for beating Brian Norman. It's the first time he's fighting a fighter in which he doesn't have all the advantages. Brian Norman is not compared to Zerto. I believe Zerto is like
listen to this guy. Is he on medication?
Like skill fighter. Brian Norman was like a prospect with a belt. But y'all can cry on the call. They want everybody to say Benavidez is a weight bully.
That's a terrible. That is a terrible.
I just read your super chat, Dondrick. Let me read Dondrick's super chat again.
Okay.
Yeah. What y'all think about Bivol and Beterbiev moving up? He say tell Bivol and Beterbiev to move up.
I agree with him. I made a video about Bivol ducking. Yeah, why not? He was supposed to get the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol at the last fight. That's the reason he went to
Bivol back is broke. He not about to fight Benavidez.
Oh, stop this, 2 cents. Stop this.
Is his back not broke?
Child, he got a fight coming up in a couple weeks. What's wrong with his back?
Who he fighting?
Ain't he fighting Efart, whatever his name is?
I mean, he's not about to get in there.
Ain't nothing wrong with his damn back.
Is this his first
say
fight out? This is his first fight back after his injury?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
So
so.
this is my thing. I know people. I think in boxing recently we expect everybody to keep moving up. Now I'm not saying they should move up. Better Biev is like what 41, 42?
42, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, about 42. Do I expect to move up? Okay, I'm gonna say this: Bivol and Better Biev, and let's being honest, they're both smaller than Benavidez. There's a lot of B's. So I'm gonna say it again: Bivol and Better Biev are both naturally smaller than Benavidez. Not saying they can't move up. If they were having like Better Biev specifically, he's at an age now where he's like he seems comfortable. If he wants to move up, fine. I'm not gonna force him to move up. I don't think that one of my favorite fighters of all time fought the same division his whole career. So I'm not gonna try to force him up. Bivol, can they go up? Yes. Right? That's cool. I felt like Benavidez moved up prematurely. I wanted him to stay at 175 a little bit longer. I feel like but I understand why, because he wasn't getting those fights, and it's because of who? Turkey, the man y'all love. He literally cost us that division, but no one's going to acknowledge that. So moving on. If they move up, cool. I wish they would. I don't see it. And again, Bivol's about to have a fight. No one's heard about Better Biev, right? Have we heard from him? Like, is he fighting?
No, I don't know what's up with Bert.
We don't know, and he's getting.
Who are you talking about?
Better
Biev.
Biev.
He was waiting around for the Bivol trilogy.
Right.
So,
and as he's getting older, he's in his mid, he's 40, 42 now. As he's getting older, I'm not going to ask him to jump up in the weight division. You're like, I'm sorry, in your 40s, that weight is probably your weight. It's probably your weight. Like unless you're just like not taking care of yourself at that age, the weight is your weight. Like once you get to a certain age, that's all I'm saying.
Aircraft carrier. I think this for you, Jab Queen. Aircraft carrier say how Bivol duck with a back injury. Y'all just say anything. Hold on, let me get on my Mill City. Hold on. Jab Queen, we got a question for you in the comments. It says how Bivol ducked with a back injury. Ooh.
Which one? Who would you like me to address first?
Y'all just say anything. Jab.
Okay,
Jab,
so if I'm not mistaken, he dropped his belt so that he wouldn't have to fight Benavidez. Is that not how Benavidez got his belt?
Wait, he responded. He responded, Jab. Hold on, he responded.
The man had a
back injury. 3 laughing emojis. What you
my goodness, too
to that, Jab?
Stop it. Well, first of all, he drop his belt so he wouldn't have to fight David Benavidez. If I'm not mistaken, that's the manner of the event. Now he was out with his low back injury, and now he is back. And instead of fighting Beterbiev, who's been waiting on the shelf for him, he's decided to fight Afro. Now, what he does after that, we will definitely be watching. But to answer your question, like I said, he dropped that belt so he wouldn't have to fight Benavidez. If I'm not mistaken, that's the manner of events. And then Dondra can tell me if my timeline is right or not.
Okay, shout out to Queen with the $20 in the super chat. She says, "Cook up, ladies." Shout out Queen putting that orange in the super chat. Yeah, I know that's my favorite color. We got Dondrick back in the super chat with the $5 in the super chat. He said, "Tell Jupe and Jab I disagree, so yell at me." Shout out Dondrick.
Disagree with what?
Dondrick has a weird kink, y'all. He's yelling him all the time. I'm like, for what?
Hey, y'all, listen up. We at 19 super chats. We almost to the first goal of 20. One more is gonna tie the goal. We almost there. Shout out to everybody that supported the channel tonight. I hope y'all are enjoying the show. Put a celebration emoji in the chat if you enjoying the show. I didn't think Bivol was gonna fight Benavidez. Like Bivol already ain't got no pop at the division. He already small. He ain't about to fight no Benavidez. He definitely not finna move up and go fight him. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't see them. I'm not saying they can't move up. They probably can. I would just say that neither one of them look like they're struggling to make 175. Each of them look like I've never seen Bivol or Better Biv look bad on the scale. Like, and I think it's because, some people just fight at the weight they're comfortable with, and that's what they're able to stay at it. I think because we're in an era where everyone shrinks down, we expect them to keep moving up, and that's like a natural thing. Unless you start very, very young at a certain weight, like it makes sense. But like, no, it makes sense. They look comfortable at that weight. Maybe they can, like, Kovalev eventually did because he kept fighting much, guys, he got older. But if they do, great. If they don't, I understand. But David been big for a minute. Like, he's a big guy. But I still would have loved to see him kind of like fight at 175 a little longer so we can mix it up. If they move up, I'll be happy. And that's why I'm so angry about us not being able to get him versus Opatai because of, Zuffa. But everyone praises it. But it literally killed the biggest fight we could have had at cruiser. But, whatever.
Let's see. No Problem says Bivol doesn't even watch to fight Beterbiev for the tiebreaker, SMH. He said he just trying to age Beterbiev out more. You think he's trying to age him out? Well, I mean, the man just had a back injury though. Like, that's the truth.
I mean, okay, I'm be real with you. I've always thought that the reason they waited so long to even make that fight, because I'm just telling y'all some factual truths right now. You know how everybody pretend like, especially with Bud fans, they act like, oh, Spence aged him out. They was taking forever for this fight. Just to let y'all know, Better Biv and Bivol were champions in the same division longer than Spence and Bud. And it took us longer to get that fight, but no one talks about it. I'm sorry.
8 years?
Like 8 years. Like, I was watching them fight. I wanted that fight way before Bud even got, I think Bud had just got to the division. And everyone, but PBC wasn't involved in that mix-up because at the time, the whole narrative was, oh, PBC's won in boxing. It took us forever to get Better Biv versus Bivol. And everybody act like it took us forever to get Spence versus Bud. No, Better Biv and Bivol were champions far longer. We didn't get the fight, and I'm sorry, part of me do believe they were trying to age that man out. That's just my opinion, because there was no reason for us not to get it. And they were complaining like, oh, PBC doesn't make fights with each other, but PBC was making fights with Top Rank and all this. And then we never got that fight, and no one complained about it. And then when Turkey got in the mix, they're like, "Oh, we got to praise Turkey for it." But no, because guess what? That initial fight was on ESPN, Top Rank. So it's just that was the real age out, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Everybody,
they trying to do a double age out.
It was crazy. Like,
I'm trying to do a double age out. They want to get this man in his mid-40s.
I wanted that fight. I think Bud may have still been 140. I think he just came from 147, and they were both champions. I'll never forget seeing Better Biv fight Voracek. Like, that was a long time ago.
Speaking of Bud, I know y'all have seen the recent tweet. I know how y'all have seen Bud's response to the interview that Jerron Boots Ennis did when he was asked if he could beat Bud and this and that, and then Bud came on X and he started responding. So have y'all seen Bud's response to people's response from his response? Have y'all seen that video?
No, I haven't seen that video. I covered that slightly last night, him just being a hater. I don't know what the problem is.
So up today and decided to hop on the internet, and I'm gonna show you Bud's response to people responding to his response from Jerron Boots Ennis.
What's up, y'all? Man, I woke up this morning feeling grateful, feeling thankful, feeling blessed. Man, I'm living a dream, baby. I'm living a dream. I'm out here in Tokyo, Japan, just going on me a morning walk. Nothing is more peaceful. My kids is great. My mom, my grandma, my sisters, nephews, nieces, they great. What more can I ask for? Hey, I done made it, baby. I done made it, baby. And they still want me to come out of retirement and whoop on some people. Hey, what more can I ask for, man? I'm blessed. Life is beautiful right now, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Now, my issue is that you come out and you say you would have ended somebody's career and did this, a fight that you know your fans want to see, people want to see, and then you come out and you make all these statements on X, and then people like, man, if you're gonna say all that and do all that, just come back and fight. And now that's turned into people wanting you to come back and fight people. So, I mean, I guess maybe Turkey is asking you to come back because Canelo wants his rematch, but I don't really, honestly, and y'all can let me know, your 2 cents. I don't see a big demand for anybody asking for Bud to come out of retirement because it's just like, unless you're gonna come out of retirement seriously and fight Boots, who are you gonna come out of retirement for where people are really gonna just be amped to see you fight? Because you was willing to fight Jai Opataya until he popped dirty, but that wasn't even a fight people was just gonna be all up in arms about or whatever the case may be. But what do y'all think about that? This thing, I feel like him and Shakur and a lot of them do it. They put something out there in the public, and then when the public starts to ask or demand them for it, they act like they're just people just asking them for it out the blue, and they didn't put that out there in the first place. I mean, Janabek, not Jai Opataya, Janabek. But go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Let me fix my face first because my face is the utmost of scrunched ups. I don't know. He triggers me. So first of all, you're 100% correct. Right? They all have like this syndrome. It's like they say something, and then it's like they put it on the people, like the people said it or the people want it. Meanwhile, the whole time it's like they're like they can't stay out of the spotlight, so they have to do something to get their name back in the circulation. It's like, oh my God, it's like this attention whore era that's like irritating my spirit so much. I hate a mother that just want to be seen so bad. It bothers me. Oh my God. Nobody wants you out of retirement. Nobody asked you to retire, in my opinion. And I went over his resume last night with a whole bunch of his fans crying, and of course Banda got on my panel trying to attack me. But boy, you really didn't do much, in my opinion. You got the EJ win, you got the Canelo win, and you decided to retire off of that. Like, I just don't get it. But it's like, if you're going to be retired, then be retired. Stop saying, oh, people want me to come back. People want me to... Who says that? I don't see nobody with no pitchfork and picket signs, Bud, come back. Nobody's checking for you, my boy. Move around. Go. I'm glad that you're traveling. I'm glad that your children are safe. I'm glad that your family is doing well. Go enjoy that. Stay off the internet. Stop running your mouth. Go be happy. Like, go, move around. It's annoying me. Move around. Go. Annoying.
Shout out to Ray Davis. He says Beterbiev and Bivol was held up not because of Top Rank. It was because of WC Suleiman not allowing the belt to be put up due to Russian invasion form. Look it up. Like I said, he took the bag to make it happen. Oh yeah, it was definitely political why the fight didn't happen. And the women still, they definitely dropped that bag to make it happen.
But to be fair, they were champions before that conflict even happened. Like that's why these people understand. They like I remember that they were champions in the same division before that conflict went to that level. Like that was huge. I go back and look at the record. Everybody like, oh, it took so long for Spence and like everyone was talking about Spence and Bud. They were champions at least in the same division, at least a year or two, way before Bud even got to 147, before that conflict. Just want to let y'all know.
I think Benavidez been trying to fight Bivol for a minute, right? Or no?
Yes, he has. Yeah.
Bivol definitely does Benavidez for sure.
Like I don't think it. I just feel like people haven't been watching boxing as long. If you just started watching it when the Ukraine and Russia stuff, no, they were champions in the same division. I remember when he beat old boy from Canada, gave him the brain bleed, all that like that. No, they could have been fought, but no one pressed it because PBC wasn't involved, and you had no one to blame. You'd only had Matchroom and Top Rank to blame, and at the time, mainstream media wanted to elevate them and trash PBC. But the minute you came with Bud, it's like, oh, we got way to scapegoat PBC and blame him because the suspense there.
So what do y'all think? How do y'all think a fight with Bud and Boots go? Because there's some people like Boxing Hacker just making it seem like Bud ain't like just Bud would just end Boots. Like it's people that really believe that shit. Bud said that Bud would really end Boots' career. It's been a hot topic all day, so I definitely want the ladies to discuss it and talk about it. Cash Crypto also made a good point. He said Benavidez, Boots, and Rolly the GOAT, Sugar Rolly Romero are the most ducked. And you cannot deny that Sugar Rolly been getting ducked. Most recently, he got ducked by Devin the Dream, turned into a Nightmare Haney. But how do y'all see a fight between Boots and Bud going at this stage? And I think a lot of people are considering the fact that Bud is 40 years old, y'all. I don't know if the snack gonna still continue to have a youthful oomph, especially when you're going against a fighter in their actual prime. And I said this earlier, we've never really seen Bud fighting a fighter in their prime. Why do we think he's gonna come out of retirement and do it? And you know what somebody told me, Jab and Juke? Do you know what somebody told me? They told me that Bud has fought fighters in their prime. They told me Jose Benavidez was in his prime when he fought Bud.
Was this after he got after he got shot?
He had been shot 7 months before and had a knee brace
I'm about
on.
to say.
Guess who else they told me was in their prime? Guess what? They told me Gamboa was in his prime when he fought Terrence Bud Crawford. So they said the fact that we keep saying that Bud ain't fought nobody in his prime is an absolute narrative that we keep trying to push, and it's just simply not true. Now, we ain't never seen Bud fight a fighter in his prime. Why do we think he's gonna come out of retirement and do it? And on top of him saying several times he's not fighting Boots. And do y'all know what else? While we on this topic that I want to talk to y'all about, did y'all see the Zab Judah video?
I did. I played it last night. I sure did.
I did see that.
I was also pointing out how Bud ran with this narrative about how he tried to make a fight with Boots, and Boots had his opportunity to fight him when it was just simply on his face not true. Because if you listen to what Zab Judah said, if you listen, he really said that Bud was trying to pull Avanesian off a card and make a big chaos of somebody else's card so he could fight him and practice cheating with the busted gloves instead of trying to fight Boots. That's what Zab Judah said. He said, yeah, we were trying to make the fight.
He didn't say all that. He didn't say all that about no gloves. He said, you putting a lot on it. He didn't say nothing about no gloves.
I mean, he didn't say that, but I'm just saying that's what happened. And so when you hear that, it's like, okay, Bud, like it really sounds like you had them talking to Boots, but you never had no intentions on fighting them because you was trying to pull Avanesian off the card that he was already scheduled to fight on and mess up the card. That's
honey, when I brought up the fact that he was Bud's mandatory, and Bud got stripped for not fighting him, honey, they damn near drugged me to hell last night, so I left it alone. But I will say this, right? Because somebody said he inherited that mandatory, sure, whatever. The bottom line is he didn't fight him. That's just all I know, right?
And he continuously said he didn't want to fight him.
Yeah.
He didn't fight him. He continuously said he wasn't going to fight him. He got stripped for not fighting him. He lied about trying to make a fight with him. Like, what are we talking about? Y'all ain't never seen Bud acting like this about no fight.
Delirious. But the thing is this, right? And here's the thing. A lot of and that's why I complained last night about why you got so much animosity towards this man. Like you didn't want to fight him, so move around. You didn't want to fight him. Now all of a sudden you would have ended his career. You had your opportunity to end his career, but you didn't take it. So
you said he ain't bring nothing to the table. You said his name never came up.
So many narratives. I don't know.
All I'm saying is Boots got Bud looking crazy out here, man. Bud buddies, y'all gotta
Does he?
listen. Bud buddies, this is what y'all need to do. Hit Terrence up in the DM. Be like, hey Terrence, I love your work. I'm a huge fan. I got a poster next to my bed on the wall that I kiss every morning when I get up. But listen, you gotta chill with the Boots thing because you're looking real insecure out here and everybody's starting to catch on. The narratives are starting to become unraveled. Zab Judah has put you on blast that you've been lying this whole time about making a fight, and that looks extremely weak. Bud, please stop this now. Signed, your favorite Bud buddy. Kissing emoji.
Yeah, that's a great letter. That's a great letter too, son.
No,
I endorse that.
So this is my opinion on that. Like with that whole thing that came out, I don't believe Bud dug Boots. I don't think Boots dug Bud. I think this is what sucks about it. And I think I was talking about it with a few people in the chat, in KL's chat and your chat before, and everybody's chat. Cam, everybody. I think the problem is that this wouldn't even been resurfaced if Bud fans weren't so eager to try to make it look like, oh, Bud really wanted to fight Boots. There was an opportunity for him to fight. No, he didn't. Does that make Bud a duck? No, because I understand. Bud is at a level in his career. He's trying to make top dollar. He's trying to I get it. My thing is, once you try to make it look like you want to fight someone and try to make them like the duck, that's a bad look because you still have the opportunity. You still have the opportunity to fight them. Don't talk mess about them now when you still have all the space and opportunity to do so. You should just let that lie. People gonna compare you because Bud had an amazing career, the accolades, top tier, great. When it comes to the competition, there are some questions. And I'm sorry, I don't care how great you finish your career, people gonna question it. Floyd Mayweather has one of the best resumes in boxing history, and people still question and say, well, he didn't fight this guy. It's just the nature of the game. You got to be able to deal with it and accept and be comfortable with what you left behind as your legacy. Once you retire, you have to say, I look back, I'm okay with this. But apparently the second you did, there's Boots right there and you're not. So I just think Bud fans did themselves a disservice trying to make it look like, oh, well, Bud would have fought him and da-da-da-da. I'm sorry. Let's be realistic. Beyond the receipts that we already got, there was no way in high heaven or hell Bud was about to entertain a Boots fight right before the multi-million-dollar Spence fight. It just wasn't happening. Let's be real. It wouldn't have made sense. Bud ain't never done nothing that don't make dollars and cents. And so now you want us to believe that, oh, I was going to fight him and da-da-da. And he made the call. And I think it was Dick Water said, oh, well, you said that Tank fans called Shakur. It's the same thing. I said, it's not the same thing. Because the people who Tank signed to, the people that back Tank, everybody who Tank has been aligned with his entire career contacted Shakur. And Shakur acknowledged it. BLK Prime has always backed you.
Yeah.
And not only that, they contacted the right people. They contacted Bozy. You know, everyone knows not to contact no dang on trainer for a fight. They know you were signed. They know you had an agreement with Steven Espinoza.
That's like that stuff Bill do. Like he hit you in your inbox and act like he
was
trying to
an
make a fight.
It's like what?
It was a Devin Haney move. That's all I'm saying. It was one of those, I'm a contact you. That's what I keep saying. That's what bothers me. When I hear about Tank, Tank never addresses, Tank never announces, his team never announces when they reach out to people, but you hear about it through their people because their official representation heard about it. If you're going to tell me how you contacted the trainer, the spit bucket guy, that's all for show. You know who to get in contact with. His lawyer at the time was Steven Espinoza. The minute Steven Espinoza calls you, suddenly the deal can't be made. That's some BS. And then, if y'all recall, when he's getting ready to fight Avanesian was in contract. Y'all remember they had to get Avanesian out of his deal.
And that's where the comes in.
Y'all know what's crazy, Juke? Y'all know what's crazy is how Bud must have had them people at BLK Prime looking crazy. Because when Espinoza did call them to inquire about the fight, and they was like, well, basically asked them, do you represent Bud? And they like, no, like, we don't represent Bud.
Right, because Espinoza has to legally, like, you gotta remember, he represents networks. He, like, as a lawyer, you have to be very careful. You can be disbarred for certain things you do. You have to, and at the end of the day, like, it didn't work, but at the end of the day, like, they were already in concert, in conversation with Avanesian, and Avanesian did not, they were getting him out of his deal. So it makes it look like y'all just did that contact for show. Because
right.
You always wanted Avanesian, because why would you pay? That's costlier. That's cost more. You have to pay for, like, you have to wait more. You have to wait for his lawyers to get him out of this fight.
Let me ask you a question. How can you acknowledge all these things and then turn around and say Bud is not ducking? To me, that sounds exactly like a duck. You're paying somebody else to get out of their contract so that you don't have to fight somebody else.
The only reason, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The reason why I'm gonna say it's ducking is because y'all tried to paint that man as a duck, even though Bud has been the one that's saying several times he didn't want to fight him. He wasn't gonna fight him. He got stripped not to fight him. I don't understand how Bud been showing y'all this the whole time, and he make one statement like, "Oh, he had his opportunity to fight me," and then y'all just fly off the rails with that. And every time this conversation brought up is and I'm talking about they be yelling, Juke. He had the opportunity to fight him. Boots turned it down, and it's just what you say, Juke. It's factually not true.
No, you're right, and that was my whole argument. I think I was talking to Drink More Water, and I agree with him on a lot of different instances. My thing was that I don't want to call. I feel like we use the duck term. We overly use it. I feel like it's overused, right? My thing is that what bothered me yesterday, we was going back and forth. Y'all could have this could have never been a discussion had y'all just left it alone. I understand that the conversation between Bud and Boots came back up. Their defense was, oh, Boots had the opportunity, and you brought it back up. And then they brought the Zab video. And then they brought up all the instances where Bud said, absolutely not, I'm not fighting him. There's nothing else to argue. They're still trying to argue. And by you trying to make Boots look like a duck, all you did was make people examine what was said and done and dig up that Zab Judah video that makes you look like a duck. Because I was not going to ever call Bud a duck. I still not going to say he was a duck, only because at the end of the day, could you have fought him? Yes. And now all it looks like is that you chose Avanesian over Boots. That's all. It made it worse. It had you just shut up. Sometimes this is my problem with that whole squad. Shakur and Bud, shut up. Shut the hell up. Y'all talk too much. You make it harder to, they be like, you're not a real Bud fan. Yes, I was. I don't think Bud ducked. I don't think it was a ducking situation. But now it looks like it because you went overboard trying to defend yourself, and you had people dig up stuff that makes it look like it in hindsight, because you have Zab Judah saying, yeah, Boost team was with it, but then we got Avanesian and now it makes it look like you chose Avanesian over Boots.
That's exactly, it don't make it look like.
It's
not that he didn't
exactly what it is.
He didn't choose Jupe. He never had any intentions on.
Right, it does. I agree. And now even to me, it looked like, yeah, because guess what? You wouldn't have had to pay to get Boots out of a fight. You had to work with to get Avanesian out of the fight, and now I don't even want to entertain that. I wasn't entertaining that, and now I look like I'm anti-Bud because I got to acknowledge the truth now that when it came out, that y'all shut up.
All right, let me play this video for those that haven't seen it. If you haven't seen the Zab Judah video, put a 0 in the chat. Put the eye emojis in the chat. If you haven't seen the Zab Judah video, drop the eye emojis in the chat. I'm about to play it. We're currently at 19 super chats, 1 super chat away from hitting the first goal, which is 20 super chats. Well, 21 super chats to break that goal. So we're 2 super chats away from breaking the first goal of 21. 11 super chats away from breaking the goal of 30. Let's hit that. Let's watch this video and see what Jab Judah got to say.
It was just talks. There was no contract, no paperwork.
Because because what Bozy wasn't really trying to you know.
No, none of that. Bozy was down. Bozy was down. It's just just everything got caught up. The other fight happened with Crawford. The
Avanesian.
Yeah, the Avanesian fight popped up. So then just business just like sidestep, and then it just So it was like it was nobody that ever like ducked from nobody. Boots didn't duck. Crawford didn't duck out. Everybody was willing. At the time we were representing Crawford, so we was stepping up for Crawford and Boots at the time, because I remember myself having a conversation. They was interested. They was like, "Yeah, what's up? Let's talk." But other business came up, so we had to move on.
Man, y'all was never representing Crawford, bro. Why y'all think y'all finna represent Crawford? Sound like Crawford played y'all.
It just like
other business didn't come up though. They went to get that man out of his contract. That's the part that like really I think that people are glossing over. It's not other business came up. You inserted yourself in other business. You created a hurt.
Right, and you knew that he was with Showtime. You knew and that's what bothers me.
And then they tell you, Ju, guess what they say? They say Blue Blood made the call. Who about to take Blue Blood serious trying to make a content creator job? That you don't know who Blue Blood is?
I don't really follow a lot of content creators.
Well, that's you. Don't worry about it. But it's a content creator that he's like he does.
Oh wait, I know who he's like Bill Haney's man. One of Bill Haney channels. One of those
he does. He's like tabloid boxing. He does like tabloid boxing news.
Oh.
I would say like we went down this. All I would say this is that sometimes when you're so committed to a narrative, things can backfire because no one would have had to dig for that video.
No, I think that's new. That's Mill City. That's new.
No, right. Oh, the with that.
Yeah, that's new. You heard that was Mill City asking the questions.
Yeah, that's Messy Mill. That's Messy
Mill.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that sometimes, like, let's say the reason why Mill may have asked is because it's a topic now. Stop. Like, sometimes, like, Devin has got caught up the same way. Stop accusing people as a you know what reason why two fighters that sells and they're like big nut names, not saying they're perfect, but they don't get caught up in stuff like this is because they don't go around accusing anybody of ducking them. It's Tank and freaking Canelo Boots too. Canelo, like they don't go around accusing anybody of ducking them. Like you can't. All this, like when you're trying to pay
it's really PBC fighters don't do that. Like none of them.
No, I agree. Oh my God, you're right. And we didn't. That's another thing. You don't get this. I feel like it's a cat and mouse game. Rarely do you see PBC fighters like everyone's ducking me and blah blah. The fights get made, everyone gets paid. There's no crying. It's the other entities that get all this crying and drama to bring attention to themselves. And we know them from crying and drama. We know everyone else from just like, oh, you put on these good performances. We're interested. You have this personality. You have this persona. You have the style we like. We're going to watch you. And everyone else is just, it's like tabloid reality TV drama. At the end of the day, I'm not going to say Boots ducked, whatever, or Boots didn't duck anybody. Boots never got that opportunity to fight Bud, and I feel like people want to say that to make themselves feel better. The fact that we never got that fight, does that mean Bud ducked Boots? No, but I just feel like them trying to push that narrative only makes Bud look worse and worse, and you just dig a rabbit hole into information where it's better had they just shut up. If you're secure in what Bud did, let it stand and be done.
That's what I'm saying. Like people want to compare Boots' career and Bud career. I'm like, guys, they're a decade apart. They're a decade apart. You cannot compare their careers. Boots is like 28 years old. Why are y'all doing this? It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. It's like Bernie, their whole team is like they're very insecure about Bud for whatever reason, and I don't know why. Is it because Bud really feel like he ducked him himself deep down in his heart? Like, what is it?
I think the problem is that they cross paths. They cross paths. And yes, they're 10 years apart, but Bud is kind of like an outlier. He is older, but he's more preserved because he didn't have a lot of these harder fights back. And like I said, Boots and Bud career is going to be night and day in a sense. I think they have some similarities. Do they fight the same? No.
Best videos. We just my bad, Jude. We just showed you the video with Zab Judah, who literally said he talked to him about trying to make the fight. He said Bud moved on to go steal Avanesian off of a card that he was already supposed to fight on and mess up their event so he can go fight him in Nebraska and practice cheating with the busted gloves. That's what happened.
And right. And Best Videos comment doesn't even make sense because it says they reached out to him and they declined because they were signed to Showtime. They were signed to Showtime before you reached out to them. They were with Showtime beforehand. So that means if you were truly interested, honestly interested, you would have reached out to Showtime representative who was Steven Espinoza from the jump. But you didn't.
When you reached out to Steven Espinoza was told that whoever talking to you don't represent Crawford. So he made them niggas look crazy too.
Exactly. My thing is, and that's why I've said that you know who to contact. Like I've been saying forever. It's like, oh, we want to fight Tank and we called Tank. No, you know remember that time Tank went like on a little late night, he won a little thing, like you know who to contact. Everybody know who to contact if you want to fight.
Oh, Tank. He told Bill talking about he had $20 million for him.
Contact so and so. You never contact the fighter. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Matter of fact, when you got into the conversation with Rolly, did you contact Rolly? No, you contacted his people. When you wanted to fight Prograde, you contacted Hearn, right? You know but when it's Tank, I'm gonna contact him directly, and he didn't want to fight me. When it's Boots, I'm gonna contact him and his daddy directly. Y'all, they know. Think about this: when the fights get made, it's because they contact the right person. They know what they're doing, and they know that you're gullible enough. Like they know that their fan base is gullible and goofy enough to run with this mess. It's so funny. You suddenly know who to contact when it comes time to have a conversation with Rolly. You suddenly know who to contact. Like, get out of here. They knew Boots was with Showtime.
I mean, well, we haven't heard anything. I mean, I it's over with. I just want to. It's done. Like the narrative is done. Like I don't want anybody saying he had the opportunity to fight him because I even think that statement in itself is dumb. So because you offered me to fight and I had whatever going on and couldn't fight you at the time, now you can't fight me because you already tried to fight me. Like it doesn't make sense. That whole I already offered him to fight. That's just a cop out to me. It's
Boots
like
never had the opportunity, and I really don't think it even made sense at that time. Like we gotta be real. You really think that they were negotiating with Errol Spence? They knew how big that fight was. You think they were going to fight Boots Ennis before that fight? You're just gullible, and there's no point in having a conversation with you.
Wow. Ugh.
Well, hold on, because that timeline is a little off because Boots didn't become the mandatory until after the Spence and EJ fight, the EJ and Bud fight, because he was actually EJ's mandatory. So Bud inherited that mandatory, and then instead of fighting him, he got stripped. So that fight came after.
No, but they was trying to say that they was trying to make the fight before he fought Spence. And then if you think about that too, Jude, they was trying to mess up the Spence fight if that's what they was trying to do. If they were trying to make a fight with Boots Ennis, because they were trying to make a fight with Boots Ennis while he was negotiating with Spence, because he was trying to fight Spence. But while he was negotiating with Spence, he was secretly negotiating with Avanesian, stealing him off the card that he was already on, messing up their card so they can fight in Nebraska with the busted gloves so he could practice the cheat.
Here
so
you go
all
with
the
these
way
busted
around,
gloves.
the whole situation was fucked up because you got Bud already trying to snatch Avanesian off a car and run off on the negotiations without telling Spence. And then you got Zab Judah and them trying to act like they Bud representation and talk to Espinoza and make a fight with Boots. So they was trying to interfere with the Spence fight also. Like this whole situation is crazy.
Nah.
It sounds very
You
shady.
saying that-
So chat, Bud buddies, tell me if I'm tripping. You got people literally, you got Bud trying to sneak off and make a fight. You got people trying to interfere and make a fight with Boots. That the Boots and Bud wasn't just no regular run-of-the-mill fight. That would have been a big fight too. That wasn't no big run. It wouldn't have been like a huge, big fight, but that would have been a big fight too. So you got Bud creeping off to make another fight, and you got Zab Judah and them trying to make a fight with Boots in the middle of all of this when he secretly doing
And
other
let
shit
me-
and running off on the
let
Spence
me-
negotiations.
Let me add something because I know a lot of his fans are saying that Boots was, high risk, low reward or whatever. What was David Avanesian? Because like that's just a name on your resume. You know what I'm saying? Boots was an up and coming hungry lion, but his name was buzzing. You didn't get put in a conversation with him for nothing because he's a bum.
I mean, he just had no intentions on he had no intentions on fighting him. And it's time for Bud Buddies to admit that. And it's okay, guys. It's okay if he wasn't gonna fight him. That's what y'all can't ever just admit nothing because I don't know why. It's okay if he wasn't gonna fight him. He told y'all he wasn't gonna fight him. He got stripped because he didn't fight him. If you pay attention to his actions, shit, and his words, he telling y'all he not gonna fight him. But for some reason, his fans will not accept that. Because now the whole he had opportunity to fight him narrative is done. That shit is dead. It's dead, it's done, it's over. Point blank, period. So shout out to all the Bud buddies. Bud Crawford didn't want to fight Boots for whatever reason. He didn't want to. He didn't bring nothing to the table. He wouldn't have made enough money. Bud was too old. Victor Conte ain't here no more. For whatever reason that Bud don't want to fight Boots, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't take away from Bud's legacy, his 30 belts, his 20 undisputed championships. It doesn't take away from none of that.
Hold on, because I do want to touch on something. You made a point earlier about how, what's that boy name that's always on Mill City defending Bud? I think for whatever reason, they are maybe a little insecure about his resume. And I get it, right? Like, because his resume doesn't read that great, although Bud is talented. Like, Bud could fight. I'm not sitting up here saying Bud cannot fight, so y'all can, cry about something else. We know he could fight, but his resume just doesn't reflect that. You know what I'm saying? Or his selection of opponents, or if they want to say whoever they put in front of him, whatever the case may be, it just don't reflect his skill set. I don't believe.
Oh, let me get this.
So they may be a little
shout
insecure.
out to LM in the super chat with the $5. She says everyone associated with them be lying and full of the emoji. Shout out LM with the $5 in the cash. Lying and full of it, she say. But yeah, Jab, go ahead. You're right.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe they're a little insecure about his resume. Bernie the boxer is definitely he's very emotional. But I guess they've been around him his whole career, so for whatever reason they always feel the need to defend. But I feel like whenever you feel like you got to defend somebody that hard, something deep down inside is not right. You feel insecure about something.
Well, Bernie the Bottom is always crying on the internet, and he feels like nobody can have their own opinion about Bud. It's like his fan, just like with this whole situation. They asked Boots, would he knock out Bud? And Boots is basically like, shit, I'm knocking out everybody. And they're like, oh, why did he say he could stop Bud? Like, they got so offended. Like, he just said something so off the wall. And I'm like,
but that's boxers talking trash. Yeah, that's boxers talking trash. That's what they do. I don't understand the problem either.
I don't either. Let me see what other topics we got to cook up on tonight. What else is new, guys? What other things y'all been hearing around the streets? Topics y'all want to cook up on?
We went over Mayweather with his brokenness. We went over the fights. Did y'all see what's going on with AB?
Oh, AB with the streaming. I wanted to bring that up. I think. Listen, this is what I think. I think if AB would be cool with the streaming, but his drinking, because when you watch the streams when AB ain't drinking, he chilling, like he funny. Him and Dean do whatever they doing. But when he drunk, he is just obnoxious and annoying. And it's like, AB, bro, like he always trying to get over on somebody. Like AB a scumbag, man. He's really a scumbag. But
I don't know. I saw Ryan saying that he'll work with him or whatever the case may be. But I think he does need to get himself some help. It like breaks my heart, man, to see AB like take this dive. I was such a huge fan. He had so much potential, but I think he really took to like the money and the fame too quickly rather than working on his craft. And then I feel like ever since he got punched on by Madonna, he just wasn't the same. Like his ego took a hit that never recovered, and then add on the drinking on top of that. It's like he never really took his craft seriously. It breaks my heart, man. It really does. It breaks my heart.
I mean, AB is. People want to say AB's like a failure, but he made a lot of money. He was the youngest 4 division champion, youngest ever. I mean, he got some accomplishments in his life, but it's just now people kept always hoping for AB because you see like these glimpses of things from him. But I mean, I think AB might be on the spectrum. Like he just.
You think he's what?
I think he on the spectrum.
Why you say that?
Because he just like he don't listen to nobody. Look how he act. It's like he cannot make good decisions, basically. No matter how many chances he get, no matter what type of situations he's in, you give him money, he gonna blow it again. Like it's something not right. It's not right with him. Like seriously.
I don't think he's on the spectrum.
People say he's always been like he's always been like crazy like that. I'm like, this nigga.
I think it's like the drinking. I don't know if it's like has anything to do with him being on the spectrum. I think it's the drinking.
So when it comes, I'm sorry, y'all go ahead.
He off.
No, that was it.
Like he needs to be evaluated.
When it comes to AB, I don't want to go into in depth because I know people hate me for this, but like I will just say this: I think a part of the drinking is the issue out there. I think it's pretty well established he has a drinking problem, and that's a part of the problem. Do I think that's the only problem? No. AB is the type of person when he gets power, he's a different person. And the clip I saw was him asking a girl like to give him a kiss, and she said no, and he just started calling her all kind of B's and whatnot. And I just will say, like, Adrian has this thing where he's always I don't know. He has this thing where he just I don't know. AB, I think this is sometimes when people get money and access, you get to see who they are, and sometimes you just gotta accept who they are. I'm not saying that he can't get treatment or whatever. I do think alcohol and the addiction is a problem. I think fame can be an addiction. I think you have a certain high and you can't accept the low as a thing. But like at this point, unless he gets the drinking under control, you're not gonna be able to solve anything else. And the problem is that no one advocates for people to because friendship, he doesn't have any real friends, and the friends he does have,
because he scammed them all, Ju.
Yeah,
he scammed his own Instagram followers. Like AB, I don't feel sorry for him at all, to be honest with y'all. Now, AB, my favorite fighter.
Please don't mistake what I'm saying. I'm being gentle because of the audience. I understand we have a majority. I'm understanding the audience and things I've said in the past that made people mad. I'm not saying I feel bad. I'm not saying that. Because the way he talks to that woman for not wanting to kiss him and you be and I've experienced that one. Guy try to come, you say no, they call you everything but a child of God. And this is who that's who that person is. And
I think
You went out, Juke.
No, I think it was Jab.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Terrence Best Videos. Who's the real culprit in the situation? We're talking about AB.
It's him. It's
and
him.
his drinking problem. What do you mean?
I
No
just
one
like
wants to
I
blame
feel like
the
you
real
say anything about any of these guys, it's like, oh my God, no, it's him. You have people who get a little power.
Terrence Best Videos. Don't get timed out my chat, bro. What advisor stole money from him? What are you talking about?
Oh boy, here we go. Blaming Al Heyman. Blame Al Heyman. Everything go wrong.
We already went over that. We already talked about that today.
The only reason AB had any money to begin with is Al Heyman. The only reason AB was able to sustain as long as he did was because of Al Heyman.
And Al Heyman just gave him $25 million. Like a few
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you have people. There's no point. They have a certain ideology and they stick with ideology despite facts, whatever. Despite AB saying, yeah, you kind of held that money, so I want to spend it all out. Meanwhile, you have guys in prison, whatever. I'm not even going to go into. I feel like we waste a lot of logic and intelligence on people. It's like you're wasting it on like unsoiled ground. Let the ignorant stay ignorant. Like at this point, I'm tired of wasting energy and intelligence in people who can't absorb it. And I don't mean that in a really rude or mean way, but I realize we keep pouring into people who don't have a cup. I'm sorry. I'm done pouring into people who don't got a cup. You don't have a cup. We just gonna sweep you off. And no disrespect. Hopefully you get, it's just it's innate at this point. AB, nothing Al Heyman did made AB call that woman out her name for not wanting to kiss him and how I don't play with women and He has an entitlement thing. He felt like that woman should have kissed him. He felt like women should heel to him. AB always has an issue with women. He's been trashing women from day one. That's his way. Because I'm sorry, I don't even want to go too in depth with this, but as a man of his particular stature and his race, he's dumping on the only people he think he can dump on, and that's what he does. The minute he got fame and wealth, that's what he did.
Well, that's a lot of them. That's a lot of them. So here's my thing with AB, right? I think and I think this is his problem, right? He's probably still mentally living in yesteryear, right? And I'm not making excuses for him, but when he's rejected and when he's like, people talk to him in a certain way, in his mind, he's like, I'm AB. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing you ain't been AB in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's still like living in yesteryear in his mind. And he can't fathom the fact that he's not that nigga no more.
But what's crazy, Jab, is that he gets to do it among these dudes. If you're a woman and you fail for a second, they gonna make you remember it, live it all day. This man can have a gazillion, failed relationships, fail everything, and they're like, he's still AB, right? And at the end of the day, he's still trying to. What sucks is that he still sees his self-worth through certain accomplishments, and that's the problem with a lot of men in patriarchy. They bought into the idea that my self-worth is in money, and if you saw yourself as a human being, and it's just you're like the things that is eating them up is the things that they're promoting and buying into. I'm AB. I was the 4th division champion. No, you're AB. You're Adrian. You're a grown man. What's your personality? He's not even trying to charm women. He's not even trying to introduce who he is because he don't know it, because it's all everything he is accolades. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You're still a human being. You're still funny, smart, whatever.
Where's your identity?
You're right. You're leading with accolades and then getting mad when women are like, oh, let me feed it. And I'm not saying they should, but his whole identity is wrapped up, and I'm able to accumulate the success. I'm a millionaire. You need to heel to me. If I want to kiss you, you're supposed to kiss me. I'm supposed to. He has a sense of entitlement because he accomplished some things. And a lot of men go out their way to accomplish things so they can obtain entitlement. They don't want to be good people. They don't want to strive to be good human beings. They want to accomplish things so they can like demand stuff out of people at a whim. And it's not working for him, and that's why he mad.
Well, that's what I'm
It
saying.
don't help that you look like a busted. Man,
That's what I'm saying. He's living in his mind on yesteryear. You keep saying, "Oh, I have all these millions." No, you had all these millions. You have nothing now. You running out on tabs at bars. You asking people for money to get in Ubers. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to start.
And chances are, guess what? The women who was by him before he had anything, he don't even want them. He want the women that's what's
that
crazy.
Don't want him. Yeah,
right. The women who was standing beside him, he likely dogged them out. Like who stood. They like, oh, they don't stand by you. What?
Yes, Terrence Best videos. Floyd is lying. Go ahead, Drew.
That's why, like, at the end of the day, I hate this is happening to AB. When I saw that clip, and he started calling her out, and I'm like, dang, all he said was no, and it drew me back to a point where I'm like, no, thank you, have a good day. It's crazy. Like you literally ain't safe out here. You have to say yes, or you ain't safe out here. And this man who was a millionaire, 4 division champion, is acting like this. If he acts like that, how you think the average man act like?
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight. We're coming up on midnight. I don't know. I said I was gonna wake up in the morning and come live for the Inoue fight. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I don't know if y'all gonna show up. Put a 1 in the chat if you're gonna be up in the morning watching the fight.
So the Inoue fight is 7 a.m. Central Time, right? I'm getting up for that because I'm so interested now. I'm so interested.
I don't know if I should get up at 6 or 7.
Are you on Central Time or?
I think I'm on Standard Central Time. It is 11:59 where I'm at right now.
Okay, we're on the same time. Okay.
So what time you gonna get up? I mean, what time is it gonna start?
What time is it? Is it 7 a.m.? I thought it was 7 a.m.
Somebody told me 4
It
o'clock.
starts
I've heard
at-
from
it starts
4,
at-
6, and 7.
It's 4. It starts at 3 a.m. What is it? Standard Time or something like that. And then I know the ring walk is 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time. So,
Okay,
I guess
so
y'all
basically
behind me.
it's 6:32 cent. Because I'm assuming Inoue walks out at like 7 a.m. Central our time.
And what the fight gonna be on?
The Zone.
The Zone? I thought it's not the Zone. Or was it ESPN?
The Zone.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is gonna be on the Zone. I remember reading it every week. All right, y'all. We're gonna go around the panel, let y'all get y'all final 2 cents off. I'll be live again Sunday for the weekly wrap up where we go through the news, we talk about the upcoming fights, we talk about the fights that happened over the weekend, and we get everybody 2 cents about that. That's the show for the hardcores. So if you are hardcore, you definitely want to come to the Sunday show where we talk about the fights, we talk about how they look, the technical, this, that, blah, blah, blah. If you're hardcore, you definitely want to be on that show. Also, I'll be live again Tuesday for 2 cents after dark. And I'm thinking we might have to talk about this Megan Thee Stallion, Klay Thompson thing because it's getting out of hand. So we may talk about that Tuesday on 2 cents after dark. Jude, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Thank you so much, 2 Cent, for having me. Jab, it's always a pleasure to be on the panel with you. I just want to say I'm excited for this weekend of fights. I really am. I got a lot going on. Life is busy. I am super excited to see this in the morning. Like I was like, oh, I'm a complainer, right? Because like on weekends I get to do what I want, but I am going to get up early to watch the fights. If you're live, I will be live with you. And I'm so excited to see how Benavidez looks in this fight. I want to see how Resendez does with Munguia. Like I didn't watch the fight tonight on ProBox. It was a good fight. So that's all I really got. When it comes to Schofield, Schofield, if that's what you want to do, fine. I think it's crazy that people think that like Schofield are like, oh, we want Schofield and Pitbull's terrible. Meanwhile, all Tank's contemporaries are like, yeah, we want we want Pitbull, and they want like a whole 8-week, 10-week camp to prepare for Pitbull. But Tank is considered that Tank can take this man as a tune-up. Like their number one plan, like their first choice plan would be Tank's tune-up. That's just a reminder of how the bar is set differently. I'm excited. I want to see Earl. I'm hearing about Earl and Zoo. I'm so as much as scared as I am for Earl, I'm just happy to see him back. So other than that, like Bud, the Bud whole Boots thing. Listen, I don't think Bud's coming back. If he did come back, I would welcome him because Bud is great for boxing. Whatever people think, Bud is great for boxing. I love seeing Bud fight. I've never rooted against him. Even with him versus Spence, I was like, okay, whoever wins, wins. So I really love it. But other than that, I'm just excited to see a good weekend of boxing. Thank you, ladies, for having me. And I am out. And I'll see y'all in a few hours.
All right, peace out, peace out.
Good night.
Jab Queen, what's your final 2 cents? Jab, close us out. What you got for the show?
I am going to be watching that fight in the morning in my bed, honey, underneath the covers. But I am going to definitely get up and watch it because I am a little excited about that fight. I can't wait to see Benavidez. I hear everybody, Zerto's bigger, this, that, and the third. I just have all the faith in the world in David Benavidez. And listen, this is going to be his test, right? Hopefully, he passes. You know what I'm saying? And then we see what's next for him. It's not really much else for him. You know what I'm saying? Unless we start talking about him going up or maybe going back down. But I got faith in Benavidez. I think he's going to do it. I think it's going to be ugly. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do think in the end that he'll pull it off. Just as far as about everything else that we talked about tonight, Floyd Schofield Sr. calling Tank a tune-up is the wildest work I think that I have heard thus far this year. I just can't even entertain something like that. His son is skilled, yes, but to call Tank a tune-up is the most disrespectful thing I think I've ever heard. But, we'll see if that fight gets made. We'll see what happens. As far as the Boots and Bud thing, they didn't fight. They're not going to fight. It is what it is. I don't see why all the energy is towards Boots. He's doing what he set out to do. Now he's at 154. He's trying to collect the belts like he was trying to do at 147. This is what some of y'all claim that y'all want, right? Y'all claim that other people don't chase the belts. He's chasing the belts, and y'all still got a problem. So some people just want to have a problem just to have a problem. But thank you so much, Trusan, for letting me up. I appreciate it. Oh yes. They press conference. It was this morning, Cam?
No, it's in the morning.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely be watching that too then. That's what's up. I'm glad he's getting back in the mix. Are you worried for him too, son? I am a little worried for him too.
Man, I don't even know what to think. Listen, I don't know why Earl would voluntarily put himself in the ring to get his ass whooped, but I hope he's ready, man. Huh?
You think Tim Dugan whoop his ass?
No, I think Earl Spence is the comeback king. I think if anybody can come back out this situation and be successful, it'll be Earl Spence. So I think he could beat Timmy. If he's 65%, 70%, I think he's gonna beat Timmy. We just gotta see how he gonna look. And I'm wondering why he fighting in Australia though. Like Earl, we was expecting you to be in Dallas.
I think he might say that for a bigger fight. But I too, I'm glad that he's coming back. I would have preferred him to take a little bit of a softer touch than Tim Tszyu. I don't think Tim Tszyu is a world beater by no stretch of the imagination, but he is tough. You know what I'm saying? And he is durable. So whatever Earl got left in the tank, he gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? But and we'll see what he does after this. But I am excited to see him back. Boxing needs him. We need the Charlos back. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a good time when all the boys are playing. So hopefully Mayweather figures out what he got going on. I see another goddamn post about him owing somebody money. I'm gonna start him a GoFundMe, honey, because apparently Money Mayweather is running out of money, honey. So, but hopefully he works that all out. I know he has that fight, like I said, with Pacquiao in September. I don't know what's going on with the Mike Tyson fight now. I told you the other day about their financial woes, and now he can't even go across seas to fight his exhibition that he had coming up. So I don't know. Mayweather needs to get it together. That's all I know about that. But thanks for having me, Tucson. It's been a blast. I forgot how much fun these Fridays are. I'm so glad you didn't let the wolves up here, honey, because they was emotional in that chat, baby.
Oh, I gotta go back and rewatch it.
You gotta read some of these comments. These boys, I feel like I gotta bring my Kleenex for them tonight. But thank you so much. It was such fun. I will see y'all on the next one.
Shout out to Jab Queen Boxing. Y'all be sure to go sub up to Jab Queen Boxing. Jab, drop your link in the chat. If you listen to me, I'm pretty sure you already subbed up to Jab Queen. Go sub up to Jab Queen. Great live shows, excellent content, covering the women's boxing, covering the men's boxing, covering the events in boxing, just all around common sense, logical boxing talk. If you're into common sense, non-filtered, honest, genuine boxing talk, go sub up to Cam J Network. Cam J, drop your link in the chat. Go sub up to Jab Queen Boxing. Gap 2 Games, I don't know if Gap 2 Games still here. He got a channel, he can drop his link. And anybody else that got a channel, y'all make sure y'all let me know y'all got channels so I can, shout y'all out, get people to sub up. Great live tonight. We covered a lot of topics. We covered the fights. We gave our 2 cents about the fights, technical analysis about the fights, who we think gonna win and why they gonna win and how they gonna win. Listen, this is the best. Not the best women's boxing show. This is the best boxing show on YouTube. I promise you I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Be sure to punch the like and subscribe button. We on the road to 5,000 subscribers, but the next stop is 2,000. So what I want everybody to do is take one of my videos. Take my most recent video. Take my Jude, did you get a chance to see my most recent video? I want to hear your 2 cents about it. Send it to somebody that like to talk boxing. Tell them, check out 2 Cents Boxing. Go sub up. It's 30 people in here. So 30 links should be sent out. We hit 19 super chats today. You still got a few more minutes to get your final super chats in. Can we get over 20? Can we get 21 super chats so we can break that goal tonight? I'm doing my outro right now. We got until the outro is over to break the goal. 2 more super chats. Who's it gonna be? Shout out to everybody that supported the channel tonight, through the Cash App, through the super chat, engaging in the chat, coming on the panel, punching the like button. And shout out to everybody that's gonna watch the replay and leave a comment. Listen, when y'all watching the replay, y'all gotta leave comments. Y'all gotta keep the conversation going, because the comments is what show the algorithm that people like this content, and we should show it to more people to like the content. But I'm not gonna make no promises. I'm going to give it my best effort to come on in the morning and stream for the Nakatani fight. But if I'm sleeping too good, I'm just gonna be sleeping too good. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that joined me. Make sure you join me again Sunday for the review weekly wrap up show. And listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, timing you out, kicking you off the panel, muting you when you're trying to talk, leaving you in the background, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.